look different from this angle. Although, immediately we have a problem with the white balance. It's because he's Asian. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Wow. I don't know what I've read, but I know that you're bred. Jobin, what is up, sir? How is thou? Everything is backwards today. What a sheet. No, don't tell DB we went early, okay? Don't tell him. Don't tell him. It's supposed to be funnies, okay? Yeah, I gotta turn you around. It ain't gonna work that way. It throws off my freaking man. Less than a minute in, and somebody already got their comment held. It was probably DB for calling me a douche nozzle or something. You're not a douche nozzle. You just make nozzles and douches look good. All right, we're going to have a good stream tonight. We're going to have fun. We're going to have talkie-talkies and walkie-walkies and waka-waka. I actually feel all right, so everybody just freaking be chill, all right? Here, I'm going to use my slot. Oh, no! Gonna use my sloth to clean the camera. Did you see they're doing a Everybody Loves Raymond reboot? There we go. Oh, not much, good sir. Just kind of in here. I also noticed that the camera is wider on the rear camera. The camera. Is he glitching? No, he's not glitching. He's just being stupid. What is up, children? Damn, the hair grew back fast. Not really, dude. So if you look at my arms, it's barely started growing back, and it's been well over a week now. So, needless to say, somebody's getting a little bit itchy down where he twitches. You're talking about the facial hair? This is all the hair I've grown in 2 weeks. DB, chill, dude. Easily unmod your ass. Why am I not getting notifications? Not sure, Texas. I sent that out, 4 hours ago. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and then he left. But yeah, come on in. We're going to have a good leave stream tonight. We're going to have a leave stream tonight. Chill, I am the DB. You'll be alright. If you guys zoom in using your eyeballs, you'll see the DWX is all done up. I'll get up at 9 and show the entire wall. Excuse me. Oh, no. Hey, we're glad that you're in for another live stream. Just remember, it's Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday. If I'm not going to be on, there will be a notification in the post section. Man, gotta get some sleep anyways. Yeah, like I said, man, I know that you're making some good coin, but fuck, being in bed at 8:30 sucks. Proud of myself. I wanted to go and buy an entire bag of M&Ms and eat them. You can see the scratch from there. Sorry. There's a lot more than a scratch, bud. Here, let me grab it and show it to you. Up at 4, home by 3. Up at 11, close whenever I want. So what you're saying is you get a whopping 5 hours a day. I don't know, man. If I had a girl like yours, I'd make less money just to spend more time with her. Just saying. Oh, good. You knew I was joking, lol. Of course I did. Also, that gun will never get sold now, once you guys see what I did to it. Well, technically, I had my buddy Alex do it. Although I'm not quite sure I like how rusty it still looks. I might take it down a notch a little bit. We'll be retirement again soon. I hear ya. Well, that's why you pay for your car in cash. That way, if you decide you don't want to work, you don't work, right? Love your channel. Thank you, Zombie3434. Both of the Fusion firearms guns showed up. Frick yeah, thank you so much, Fusion. It's really awesome, the guys down there. It's actually a pretty small company. It's not as big as people think it is. And I've been working with Trevin down there, and he got me the XP and the XF Pros finally. And yeah, I can't wait to mess with those. Bingo. Own everything, owe nothing. There you go. You can sell anything, I have faith. Lol. But yeah, Fusion, man. Trevin over there. Nice guy. Everybody send him well wishes. Got a Glock 19. Nice, Kai. No, I don't care about how many hours a man works every week. It just I just I'd hate to get up at 4 o'clock every morning. What's up? How's it going? Watching you right now at Peter Piper Pizza Party Pizza. I just tried to inhale air down my hole for breathing, and it went down the wrong hole. So then I got spit down the breathing hole, and now my breathing is fucked up. Also, I ate a whole pound of bacon for lunch because I'm an unsupervised adult. Luke, what is going on? Yo, bro, I can see you take the 22 down and let me see it. Yeah, you can't touch guns on live stream, sweetie. Love being up early, less humans to deal with. I guess. How have you been? Anybody ever ask about your well-being? People ask about my being all the time, man. When they do, I tell them honestly however I'm feeling at the time. What's up, friends? What time do you normally wake up? Talking about me? Usually around 7:30 or so. 7:30, 8. Whole pound of bacon, that's heaven. Yeah, but there's no carbs in bacon, so it's good for me. Completely ignoring the saturated fats, the fatty omega fats, the fat and the fat and the fat fats. Other than the fat and the fat and the fat fats, it's all good for you. It's just protein. Do you collect guns? Yes. Saturated nuts. Yeah, did you see the girl that was able to shoot at cops from handcuffed in the backseat of a cruiser recently? Bacon is meat and meat is good. Yeah, this girl I've been talking to, man, I got worried. I wasn't sure if she was a vegan or not, and it really scared the shit out of me that she might have been. Luckily, she's not. Now you do, Kai. That's why we tell you. That's why we inform you guys. When you guys come in here and I tell you I can't do something, I'm not saying it just because I want to be an asshole. Trust me, if I want to be an asshole to you, I'm going to be an asshole to you. But no, when I explain the rules, yeah, no worries, dude. I got to shake them down, half pistol in the pants. Yep. Texas is up at 3:45 every morning for no reason. I don't normally have to be at work until 6. Yeah, no, I'm cool. No, you aren't as Heil. Ah, thank you. For show you are. Thank you, man, from England. You know, everyone make sure to... Hey, Mouse, you came in early this time. Nice. Sorry about last live stream, dude. I really wasn't feeling good. What is that crown that says number 3 next to my name? You are the 3rd top commenter and interactor tonight. The more you interact and leave comments and hit the little hearts things on the side, I don't know why I pointed to my screen. It's not like you can freaking see it, but you build up your score here. You flexing on us pores with that wall. I take layaway, son. What's up? Saw you yesterday. You're buying a bunch of... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay, meditation. I just have a weird thing. Sorry I fell asleep early last stream. No problem. Kai, my favorite gun is a 1911. You just got here, so that's cool. Yep. Damn, bro, you sleepy? No, I'm Asian and tired. So, not sleepy, just tired. So, I'm just squinty. What do you do a living to get all those behind you? I actually own an FFL, and if you click on my name on the channel here, I review guns for YouTube. So I need guns to review. So I review a lot of guns. Any of the guns circling my plaque behind me are the ones, man. That is one Magic Gun Collection. They all real, because, wow, yep, they all real. The M1 Garand with the Colt 1911 is a tough pair. Yeah, I'm not an influencer. I am a YouTuber, unfortunately. Dude, the Dan Weston with the rust kind of looks nice. Yeah, done it, though. 1911's a great sidearm. Never doubt the T-Sauce. Dude, the one that they sent me is by far and away a very decent gun. Do you carry your gun? Yeah, I'm always carrying a firearm. What's the greatest leap of faith in your career you took? Greatest leap of faith in my career that I took, in what respect? Are we talking about the YouTube side, when I used to sell cars, when I was a crack dealer? Which career are we referring to? You personally, I don't like guns. I think we should ban them. That's my opinion. That's fine. You can have your opinion, dude. Don't be offensive with it. You can have your opinion all you want. Prison pocket counts as carry. Anything inside you is carry. Do you test out the guns? Yes. I shoot almost every gun in my personal collection. I do shoot, and I've been working with companies to get guns for reviews that I am shooting now. Desert Eagle any good? They are hit and miss with functionality. You got to be really keeping them clean. They're gas operated, Robert. So the better you treat your guns, the better they're going to run. Why would you need all these guns? Because I'm a firearms dealer. I'm also a collector, and I have a YouTube channel with 183,000 subscribers that focuses on firearms. So kind of have 3 reasons. Packing when I don't have a gun on me. Ha! 4 inches of steel right here. It's called a Bill of Rights, not a Bill of Needs. Well, you sold crack? No, I didn't. No. Biggest leap out of all the careers. What was the riskiest calculated leap of faith you took? Putting up $100 grand my own money to open a gun store in 2024. Besides Glock, what's another overrated brand? Overrated brand, it would be like Staccato. And we've had this conversation. I've had this conversation a lot of times. Staccato, Glock, and Colt will never, ever send me a gun because, well, I've been bagging the shit out of them. Also, Dan Wesson, CZ, will probably never send me a gun after they see what I did to their DWX. How's the gun store working out? Good or not? Right now, we're in a downturn, which has been coming for years, which is why I said it was a leap of faith to start a gun store. But I've been buying a lot of guns. Like, I bought freaking Mosin the Guns for not hateful price from a guy because just because. Tell me about the M16. Well, there's not one up there, so you'll have to Google. I don't do histories, my guy. Just look up Eugene Stoner and the M16. Canik or Glock? Always nothing Glock. Zostava not shipping to the USA is crazy. Kind of figured that was the biggest, and I wish you luck. Thank you, dude. Whoa, what just happened? We got an ad. Yep, you're going to have to deal with ads, guys. It's something you have to do on YouTube now. Because why wouldn't you? Can't pick up guns. DB, calm the fuck down. Oh, wait, no, he spammed a lot. Sorry, I thought you cut him after only 2. I apologize. Do you have a Colt 1911? No, I think Colt is overrated. Ads, haven't seen one yet. Not everybody does it. I'm not considering 2 times a spam, but if it's 4, 5, 6 times, then I do consider it spam. Ads don't pop up on vertical streams when you're on a phone. That's true. All right, buddy, did you go over the wall yet? Nope, I can do that right now. You guys want me to go over the wall? There's a bunch of you here. Let's stand up and go over the wall. All you guys, hey you guys, look at my crotch. Let's go. What do I think about AK-47 Kalashnikov? I think you spelled it wrong, but I like the gun. Yes, please. Bet your favorite character would be Colt. Who? You have a Taurus Judge. Not right now. All right, so let's start away from all the guns that you actually want to see, and we'll start with the Canik. Meta SFT. There you go. Let's see. G3X. Yep. Ruger SR9C. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Are they real? My tits? Yes. Sorry, I am from Iraq. My English is not good. That's fine, dude. Snucka, what's up? The Canik 55. It's the Canik TP9 series, but it's the very early version of it. Double action, single action with the decocker. It's a true Walther P99 clone. TP9 SFX. Everybody that's ever shot one will tell you it's actually pretty goddamn cool. My back is to my monitor, and I'm not looking at the phone, so please understand if I don't answer your question and don't spam. PT92 Compact Decocker model. Yes, it is a Beretta clone, but it's honestly better because it's got a frame-mounted safety. The Arex Rex 01 Tacticool. Yes, Tacticool. It's made out of Cool Whip. The Daria Arms DY9, I put the Aimwin optic on it. Something that got sent to me like 2 months ago. I'm finally getting around to doing a review on it. Got the Warrior Land on there. It's not a terrible light. It's mostly for balancing. Also, 1942 numbers matching Mosin Nagant. So the mag box, the bolt, the receiver, everything is numbers matching. Really cool. Got the Rock Island Armory RIA 5.0. So that is a very expensive gun for no reason, but it's a great shooting gun. That's the square barrel gun, by the way. We've got the Springfield Echelon in the Sharps Brothers aluminum body. Very nice gun. Tanfoglio Witness 9mm. Now we're getting into some fun stuff. So Fusion Firearms sent this gun out to me. It is the Fusion XF Pro. It's the all-metal gun that has only four compatible parts with Glocks. So people say it's a Glock gun. It is not. It only shares 4 parts, and that includes the sights, the recoil spring, the barrel, and one other thing. I can't remember. I think something minor. Sights, yeah. The Rock Island double stack 1911, chambered in 9mm. The XP Pro, that is the 2011 that takes Glock mags from Fusion Firearms in the hard chrome Tenefer finish. Very nice. The Gerson Match X, still my favorite 2011 that I currently own. The TSAS Night Stacker, very good, runs. It's the one that started the whole thing with trying to get guns for reviews because, you know, people do things that people do. The Star Wars blaster, the Han Solo Mandalorian style blaster, built on a Mark IV target pistol. My buddy Alex built that one and he's selling it because he wants to build something else. Kel-Tec P15 metal frame. Do you think it's words when the sound of guns turns me on? Nope, it's only weird if it makes you come. The Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 Springfield M1 in a polymer chassis. M1? Yeah, M1. The Bloop Tube 37mm. I even put Glocks on this side of the wall tonight. So you got a 19, a 17, and a 22. Yep, 17 is there with the backstrap on it. The FK Burno 75 FK. Power Ordnance 1345 Springfield operator. I don't know why nobody's bought that one yet. The TSAS double stack. Caden, did you literally just type in, do you have a Glock 17 while I was saying Glock 17? That's hilarious. All right, and now on to the main event. The Apocalyptic DWX. So all those little scratches you see in the frame and the slide, those horizontal ones running front to back on that slide, those are all the finishing marks from DWX from Dan Wesson. My buddy was trying to take the finish off to give it a battle-worn look, and as he was removing the material, all those horizontal lines appeared in the middle. So they were covering their machining marks with their coating, which for a $2,000 gun is very unacceptable. I bitched when TSAS did it to a $1,000 gun, so when Dan Wesson does it to a $2,000 gun, it makes me even more infuriated. So yes, there was going to be 2 choices of what I was going to do with that gun. First was doing that finish to it. The second choice was I was going to take it to the range and throw it 100 times to give it a distress look. But I was worried that doing that would damage an internal component. Yeah. There we go. Do you have a Derringer? Yes, I changed my mind. Your Kel-Tec looks the coolest. That's a weird thing. Used to have a Desert Eagle Rios. I sold it because all my friends like to sit and shoot the gun, and they never like to replace the ammo. How do you do the finish so fast on the DWX? It helps that the finish was so shite from Dan Wesson that it came off really easy. You sold your FNP 45. They don't make them anymore. It's an FNX. It's black and silver opposed to baby poo brown. You can get an FNX in 45 in black. The FNP is a different line. FNP versus FNX. FNX is the upgrade to the FNP. This guy wishes he was Pistol Pete. Me and Pistol Pete are cool, dude. Don't even try to draw us into that. I'll be talking to him on Saturday at GunCon. Found a Dan Wesson pistol pack when I was 10 sitting on an abandoned house porch step. Polymer chassis is fine, right? You sounded like you didn't care for that. Personally, I like all metal guns. I like the weight of them. I like the way they run. What's the new Rock Island chambered in? 9mm. What would I use to strip a Beretta 90-2? Why would you strip it? Does it need to be recoated? I would send it out and have it done professionally, because if you're asking me how to strip it, you're probably not what I would call a professional. So I actually would not recommend doing it yourself. They are very expensive guns. Sell for upward of $1,000. Terry says, hi, how many kids you got in your basement? 14, 15 of them. They make shoes for Nike and I outsource it. See, the problem with Nike getting caught was they kept doing all the child labor over there. So now I have the child labor here and then I sell directly to Nike. So they still get their cost and they don't get in as much trouble. Your setup looks so much like Pistol Pete's. Yeah, me and Pistol Pete have a very similar setup. Absolutely. I like Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete's my dude. Did you bring them? Yeah, let's not do that, Kyle. Keep on talking like that, Kyle. Hi, have you ever used a pipe gun? I have not, Jazz. How old are the kids? Well, technically, once they become 18, they're no longer kids, and, it gets hard to sell them. The FBI's wearing you thin. You'll be all right, female body inspectors. I see you're a very big airsoft fan. Sure. What are you crying for, Texas? Your setup looked extremely similar to Pistol Pete's. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. It's a gun wall. Actually, his is much more decorated than mine. He's got a big neon sign behind him, and he has red and black on his wall. So all it is we just both happen to have guns up, my guy. Nero, what's up? Have I tried all those weapons? I've shot everything on the wall except for the M1 and the Mosin Nagant. You get it. Why the Teddy sloths are there? They were gifts. I would never post selling guns. I'm not saying I'm selling guns. I own a gun store, though. PSA Rock? I sold it. When's the basement unboxing? Oh, no. Nobody goes into the basement. You'll see my proprietary way of keeping the kids trapped. What do you think about shadow systems? Too much money. How many guns? On the wall? Something like 100 million. No, there's like 30 behind me or something. Subbed and liking the energy. Yep, Pete's a good dude. Oh, yeah, 100%. Me and Pistol Pete, I'll jump in on his lives when I'm done with my live a lot of the time because he goes a lot longer than I do, and I'm meeting him at GunCon. Do I wear a shoulder holster? I did one day just to try it out. It's not my thing. I'm so tired. I only got about 3.5 hours sleep. My boss told me I looked exhausted to go home and get some sleep around 4:50. Damn. Pistol Pete is the man. That's why you want to be like him. He wishes he was me. I'm 6'4". He's like 5'2". I'm just fucking with him. Don't tell him actually, I don't care if you tell him I said that. I don't think he's going live tonight anyways. Sweet game screen. Thank you. Cop energy. No, sir. Not a cop. Although a lot of cops are decent people. It's only the ones we hear about that we think are terrible because they're the ones we hear about. I'm guessing no on the 1911. No on the 1911 about what? Would you get a Mark 18? Nah, they're too much money. My custom. I keep saying that. I always keep saying that. I keep saying Daniel Defense is too much money, and my personal AR is $4,000. So it's like, shut up, Joe. That's me. Damn it. I'm Joe. So whenever you hear me saying that a Daniel Defense is too much money, just tell me to shut the hell up. There's no Remington behind me, ducks. What's fourth one above your head, black and brown? Fourth one above my head, black and brown. That is the fourth one up there, the Star Wars blaster. That's a Mark IV, Ruger Mark IV. No one compares to me. Yeah, no, I only have handguns. That's right. There's not rifles clearly in this thing. I asked, do you like a 1911? I like 1911s. 1911 is my favorite platform. I don't like Colt. Colt up until especially now, and right now I'm kind of on the skids with CZ because I spent $2,000 on a gun and the finish is coming off of it. Shit, I forgot to water my dad's plants. I'll do it in the morning. But yeah, I don't like Colt right now. Don't ever shut up. Thank you. Is a 3X comp a good gun? I just picked one up. Yes. What are your plans for the lightsaber? It belongs to my buddy. He just brought it to me so I could see what the rusty look like. Do you got an Uzi? No, sir, I do not. Thank you for asking. Your friends made that Mark IV? Yes, my friend Alex. He's also one that did the apocalyptic look on my DWX. Although I think I want, Alex, if you're watching this, I think I want to take a little bit more of the rust off. I want it to be super faint. Do you have a Glock 19? Show me your Glock 19. There's a Glock 19 right there. The finish is really making you mad. Definitely would be too. You saw what I did to it. I'm happy with the gun now. The gun shoots amazing, and now it looks like shit. So it's like it's like a rat rod, but it's like a fake patina rat rod. 65 Colt 45 worth anything? It all depends on condition and documentation and originality, dude. Do you have a gun? Oh my God, sorry for saying it. You'll be fine, Prince. Oh, sorry, Drew. I sold the last Sug on D's. Did I check out the new steel frame Spec V? The new M&Ps? I've held them. I've checked them out. I ain't paying $1,400 for one, though. What's up, Slap Nuts? Nice one. Is that a Carcano or a Mosin? It's a Russian Mosin, 1942, numbers matching. Yes, I have both an AK and an M4. Well, I have the semi-auto version with the M4 frame. Put the monkey nuts on one of those guns in back, player. What? Lycan comes in with the $10 dono. Thank you, Lycan. Appreciate it. You got yours for $1,700 in Oahu. Well, I mean, market is what market is, right? What do you think about 375 Magnum? Never shot a 375 Magnum. Oh, big ass drums. I don't like loading drums, man. What's the best way to get into competition shooting? I would say attend the competition first. If it's a long drive, maybe actually sign up for the competition, but make sure you go last. Send you a pic. I took my drive home. It's of a truck. All right, you have a police-issued Uzi with extended mag in silencer. Why would there be a mag in the silencer? It's the most expensive gun you have. I don't have any expensive guns. They're all $50. That's all I paid for everything. I haven't seen the pricing of the new 211. It's actually called the 211, not the 2011. I talked to SIG. They're not going to be able to get me one until like August, but they're going to get me one. Why are you allowed to show the pew-pews on a live? Because, Michelle, you can show them. They can be mounted on a wall behind you. You cannot touch them. You cannot demonstrate them. You cannot hold them in any way. If one were to fall, I would just have to let it fall. Otherwise, the live stream would end. Oh, my God. Kablamo, what is up, kid? Give you 75 for it all? Nah, I don't want that much. For real, where's the Glock 19? Use your fucking eyes. It's literally right there. It's right there. Come on, kids. Yeah. You have a CZ87. Well. Kai says, what's up, bro? What's your daily carry? Para Ordnance, 1911, full size. I'll double your money on all of them. If you try to double my money on all of them, I get to buy a Lamborghini Revoluto. Do you have an AR? Of course I do. Where's your Jericho 941? I don't have one. I want the metal frame, the old Israeli metal frame ones. How do you feel about the T-Sauce double stack? I'm feeling a lot more confident about T-Sauce after I put 200 rounds through the one on the wall there. That's the BR9 Gen 2 with the bull bearing. It doesn't have the bushing bearing, and that thing is awesome. Why are your eyes like that? Because I saw your mom naked. Do you have an AR? Yes. Do you want a patch? Sure. Do you believe the new steel frame, is it worth it? Do you believe the new steel frame? The new steel frame what? How do you feel about the Rock Island 1911s? I like them. I was using a lobby. I remember you don't remember seeing me. I saw you at the very beginning, dude. If you had to keep one handgun, which one would it be? I don't answer that question, Rafa. Did you get my email? I haven't looked, dude. I'm trying to run through all these things here, man. Taking time away from my eyes. Hold on a second. I'm trying to stay up and be nice with the people that are typing tonight, dude. I'm trying to be like cool. Truck nuts. Of course he's handicapped. Driving an $80,000 truck. I'll email you and send it out. All right, dude. I saw you in the gun company. My dad walked in. I don't know which gun company that was. Lots of people in the chat right now. Absolutely. You're doing good. Thank you, Mouse. I notice you're the only mod right now that's talking. Seen you on Pawn Stars. Yeah, about $50 is all I can do, bro. Do you have an AK? Yes. Best first handgun. Whatever you can comfortably shoot, my friend. Go put some guns in your hand. See what shoots well. Yes, it was a very nice looking truck. Oh yeah, Silverado RST. Those things are very expensive. Have I tried the Fusion Combat Commander 1911? Yes, I have. I like all their Fusions and 1911s. Their 1911s are very nice quality, and they're super reasonably priced, man. Under $1,000, you get front strap checkering. The only thing Fusion does that I find a little bit strange is they put lightning cuts into the dust cover. It's kind of a dust cover. You're funny. I love the humor. Thank you. Double tap your phone screen. Nah, nobody double tap your screen. What kind of car do you got? I got a Ram and a Navigator. I have a Ram and Navigator. Or a Navigator Ram. So I got 2 cars. Do I have a light machine gun? Nah, just a heavy. 6 hour, 226 or 365? Oh, 226 all day long, Sancho. That truck has blue balls. Yeah, probably making fun of the fact that he's in a wheelchair. What's your favorite gun right now? 1911s. How do you feel about the 365 X Macro? The X Macro is fine. I actually like the Fuse because you get a longer barrel at the same time. It's kind of like a long slide Canic. Jonathan, good man, thank you. Lol, I didn't think of that. Yep. 1911 all day, no problem. Kai, I don't do shout outs, bro. Nope, I said your name, so that's about what you get. Do you have a Desert Eagle? Nope, sold it. Can I see a Glock? No. Do you have a Glock? No. My Jericho is 90% 90s import steel frame IMI branded. Yeah, that's what I want to get. In fact, I want to get one with the Israeli star on it, just because they're harder to own. How many guns do you have? I have no idea the exact number, Axis. Well, I do, but I don't tell people. I'm not one of those guys. Grab the camera. No. My gun. You got a 416 for your home gun? That's cool. Your Rose Toyd died. Well, considering your name is Throat Goat, why do you care? Do you have an easy? What's an easy? How many guns do you? What? What's your opinion on Springfield 1911 45? I've got the Springfield operator right there. I like them all. Do you have a pistol? Nope. Is it against YouTube policy to handle on live? Yes, 100%. Leona, what are you doing there? What is that about? Why are you typing somebody else's shit? Goodbye. You got Glock is the best. Change my mind. Nope, because I want you to buy them all so that I don't have to see them. How do you like the XP Pro you have on the wall? Just got it 3 hours ago, so I don't have a personal opinion. I can tell you I like handling it so far. The golf ball texture on the grip, I thought it was going to be really slick. It's not, so I'm looking forward to shooting it, but I won't be shooting it until Tuesday. Finally got my flux repaired. SIG RMA department is a pain in the ass. I bet. What would you recommend for a felon to have for a defense? Probably a better lawyer than you had, otherwise you wouldn't be a felon. How many times a day do you stand in front of a mirror posing with a gun? Oh, 4, 5, 16 times a day. Is Jackson still gone? He's popped in from time to time. Jiminy Cricket doing great, thank you. Stone was in here at the very beginning and he's dipped out. What's going up on top with the wood stock? Can't tell if it's a Springfield or a Garand. It is a Mosin Nagant, Russian. EDC is a 1911 full size. H&K is crazy. I tell that as an Australian. HK doesn't care about you as a person. They just want your money. HK, you're poor. Fuck you. Buy our shit. That's their taglines. They'll never send me a gun for a review either. Probably has to take care of his children. No, Wednesdays, Stone does he has things that he does with his family. Put my ported barrel and gas pedal on my XP Pro. It's slick with the tennis ball grip. Oh, you got the ported barrel? I am going to see if they can send me one. Still the best tattoo I've ever seen. Which one? Favorite knife brand? Don't really have one. It's the best weapon you have. The one that's loaded in front of me. Yo, bro, I got a Glock 19. Nice. Or he's unlocking the Corvette. Yeah. Do I have a UTI? Urinary tract infection? Not currently. It doesn't burn when I pee. It did that one time, but then it turns out that my herpes simplex was going away on its own, so I didn't have to do anything. Got a Desert Eagle. Nope, sorry, Burger Guy. Favorite shotgun? Mossberg 930. Coconado con Roxana says they got a AR-15. Awesome, dude. Do I like the Tavor? I respect the Tavor, but I don't like any bullpup, honestly. I have never found a bullpup with a usable trigger in a semi-auto. Full auto, I'm all for it. Am I American? By nationality? No. By citizenship? Yes. You got a Glock 22. Me too. It's up there. You crazy fool. Thank you, TG. Glocks are great guns for 400, not 600. Also, M&Ps have gotten ridiculous too at 600 plus. You can get M&Ps in the $400 range, but you got to give up features. Is Ruger American junk? No, it's fine. Would I recommend a Citadel Boss? Not really. It's all Turkish stuff, so make sure you go and shoot it a lot before you trust your life with it, is what I would tell you. Bro, hi from Iran. Okay. You have a Glock 26? Nope, I got taste. Yeah, bro, guess what? I forgot to say this is my 32nd birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, dude. Can I come to California for 4th of July weekend? Nope, sorry, can't. Is that an Izzy Mosin? It is a Russian 1942 numbers matching Mosin. Can we see the DWX up close? Go back about 30 minutes. I did a close-up of it already. I'll get up in about an hour and do it again. Best handgun for minorities. You know what I'm going to say to that? I trust a lot of minorities with firearms before I trust a lot of you white people. You can stay in our guest room or office when you come. No, I'm good, dude. You just come out here, dude. I'm not willingly going to California. Also, I don't fly. Your gun collection is fire. Sorry, Mouse. I just can't force myself to do it. Glocks are way too expensive. You can get a clone for half that amount. Yes, you can. Who likes dessert eagles? Only if I'm not full from supper. I was asking, as a European, how does it feel carrying a gun in America? Don't the cops get too easy nervous? No, Bruce, unfortunately, this comes down to something we've talked about on the channel a lot. It's perception. What you're seeing on media and social media and news outlets, that's all sensationalized bullshit in order to get clicks and views, because all the world is now. Black Mirror is going to come true someday. All the world is clicks and views. So all you get to see is the very worst of the worst. Every now and then you might see a feel-good story. So all you're seeing is bad people, bad cops. We have a country with 345 million people, 340 million people in it, and you see the 15, 20 people a day that are douche nozzles. There are way more good people than there are bad people. Unless you're talking about Jersey. They all stink. I have no idea where my right eye's looking. Sure, I can say the N-word for 20 bucks. Ninny! I can roll 2 Blackwoods on that weed tray forehead. Bro, I don't have a forehead. You might have a 5-head. Nice layout on the gun racks. Thank you, Ziggy. Why are your eyes so far apart? I saw your girlfriend naked, and this eye tried to run away. Handguns aren't fun to shoot. Then you're doing it wrong. Boom, 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 boom. Chanson, what's up, dude? Everybody go subscribe to Chanson. That man is blowing up right now. He's actually putting I was about to call you a dumbass. He's putting his damn face on camera now, and he's actually interacting with his chat. Get the fuck over there and sign up. Subscribe to my buddy Chanson, dude. He's going to catch me and pass me at some point because he's doing it for real, and I'm just doing this shit for fun. I really didn't mean to almost call you a dumbass, Chanson. Sorry. Pew pews. AKs are way coolers. That's fine. Favorite gun in your collection? Just in general, 1911s are my favorite. Boom, boom. Most guns I try to buy online have some weird reason they're restricted in Jersey. Seems worse than New York. Jersey is very restricted. New York is restricted. There's like 9 states that you shouldn't buy something from. Nice try, Alexander. I appreciate that, bro. No worries. My woman calls me one every hour. Well, there you go. So you're used to it. Boom, boom. Are those real? My tits? Yes. How you aim with those eyes? Come at me, bro, and we'll see. Come at me, bro. Yeah, come at me. I'm new to 1911s. Ha! What are the basic tools I need to work on? Modify them. I just want to do some light polishing and changing parts. A punch, depending on what the grip screws are, the right tool for that, and patience. Really, you just need like a 1/16 punch and a tray to hold the parts, dude. It's almost toolless outside of a punch. Recommendation for a pocket pistol. SIG 938. The Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, Ruger EC9. Dum, dum, dum. What I meant by Izzy was Izavec, Armory, Hammer and Sickle, and restamp. No, this one does not have that stamp on it. And sorry, I don't know rifles very well. I just know it's nothing like special. When you eat a taco, do you tilt your head to the left or right? Bro, I do it the worst way possible. I just grab that fucker. It's kind of like when you deep throat and you just shove it right in your hole. Just get it done. I like the old school 1911 Sweetheart grips. Oh, that's cool. Han Solo Ruger. No, it's actually the Bill Burr Ruger. Han Solo's gun was based on a C96 broom handle Mauser. That one is from the Mandalorian series. I'm having more fun tonight, dude. Y'all aren't getting to me tonight. You can try. I'm diving in with that shit. So you've never actually held a real gun if you're from the UK, unless you're an illegal person with a gun over there. And ooh, note. Boom, 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 boom. 70 series, F the 80 series. So most of my paras are all 80 series. All you got to do is buy one. It's a filler plate that goes into the frame, and boom, you're done. Just remove your firing pin safety from the upper. It's all over my screen. Help. You'll be fine, dude. Just wipe it off. What are you, blonde? Solid Snake or Big Boss? Never played those games. 300 Win Mag. Nice. I carried my Springfield 1911 for years, and I hate Glock. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. I agree. Are the Ruger SR series sights interchangeable? That is a great question, and I honestly don't know the answer to that, Paul. I apologize. Watching for like 3 months. Love you. So happy I stumbled upon you. Thanks for everything. Sandyman, thank you. I've been doing more range stuff. Filmed 3 videos at the range this week, including almost getting heat stroke. So I'll be putting those up. How many rounds do you shoot roughly in a single session? 300 to 500. Was I at the Parma Armory the other day? No, sir, I was not. It's also kind of blaster that Greedo used. It could have very well been. Sweet. I'm just now expanding into 1911s, turned 28, and decided to check them out. Nice. Glock is like the Toyota Camry of guns. It's actually worse because Glock is kind of like the unflavored hummus of guns. You got to do a lot to it to make it tasteful. Is it a single shot center fire 730 Walters a viable self-defense pistol? Anything's a viable self-defense pistol if you have like the ability to hit a target. A lot of guns there. Yep. Was a Ruger. I love it. It is a Ruger Mark IV, and it's got the full Star Wars kit. I can't even go over through it all. Did I get rid of the 220 that was hitting way off? Dude, I got rid of that years ago. Thoughts on Glock 26? I'll pass. Do you own a SIG 550? No. Very expensive gun. Why don't you sell all your low-end guns and buy a few real high-end ones? What do you consider high-end, dude? I've got a Dan Wesson DWX up there. That's a $2,000 gun. I got a bunch of 2011s. I got, you know, what do you consider high-end? If you're talking about like Atlas Gunworks, fuck them. If you're talking about Staccato, fuck them. Define high-end, son. Spot a 1911 from Rock Island. Are they good guns? Yes, they actually are. They're good places to start. Good finishes on it. Boom, 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 boom. I knew it was something along the Mark IV, but the Star Wars kit looks absolutely sick. Yep. What bolt action is that? It's probably super expensive. It's not really, man. It's a Mosin Nagant. It's more expensive than it should be. Back in the day, in the early 90s, late 90s, you could buy Mosin Nagants and SKSs and AK-47s for under $300 all day long. No, the top one is a Mosin Nagant. Nice green screen. Thank you. What do I think about 5-inch ARP with 3-inch buffer tube? If that's what you like, dude. Don't own a gun, it always ends bad. That's probably meaning you have a lot of bad problems with your ability to not do something stupid with a gun. Because a gun doesn't do shit. A gun has never killed anybody. Only a person has killed any. Well, outside of an uncommanded discharge, no gun has ever killed anybody. But that's a manufacturing defect. And that's still somebody messing up, so that's still a human problem. So I stand by my original statement. No gun has ever killed a person. Only a person has killed a person. You are Gunmaster. Do you think Iran have any good guns? You guys copy a lot of guns. I would say high end is Patek Philippe. That's a very expensive. I love the firearms. Thank you. Do you have guns in the bedroom? Sure. Why not? Because a gun shot it. The gun does not do anything unless a person directs it to do something, dude. That's like saying your car outside runs over people. What you're doing is using a anthropomorphization of a gun. You're giving sentience to an inanimate object that has no ability to do anything on its own. So what you've done is passed the blame. It's Luke. I was just wondering, why did you ban me? I didn't ban you. If one of the other guys did it, you said something that you shouldn't have said. I will check it later. I'm not doing it during the live stream. I do apologize. Just stay on your loop too. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go up. So let's see. I'm actually looking to see where you got banned. You'll be unbanned for the next live. I just can't find it right now, dude. No, I cannot shoot in my backyard. Is that a Garand on the top? Nope, it is a Mosin Nagant. Darian says, thank you. I subscribe to your channel. Thank you. All those pistols, and the only one attractive one to me is the Canic. Says a lot about a person. It's the little stuffed animals for. They were gifts. Is Desert Eagle 1911 and 9mm a viable option? You hardly hear anything about them. So the Desert Eagle 1911 is actually made by Bull Armory. So it's a Bull Armory 1911. It's a perfectly viable option. There's no reason why it wouldn't be. But yeah, it's made by Bull Armory. It's quality. The only gun that shot by itself is a SIG 320. And that was still because of a failing on the part of the person that built it, Chris. So I get where you're coming from, but it's a defect caused by a person. The gun itself didn't decide to shoot itself. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. What's your thought on the IWI Uzi? Don't really have an opinion on it, 313. They're fine. Do the stuffed animals have names? Yes. Milo, Shiloh, and Greg. I stand by your statement. Appreciate that one. I love a scar. Hold still, I'll cut you. Does YouTube allow you to show guns but not touch them? Yes, Luke. I can show guns. I cannot touch them. Opinion on the Swiss K31. Don't really have one. You have carpal tunnel, neuralgia, and neuropathy. Something in a tilt barrel. So the MC14 T from Gerson, the TSOS Faith, those are both tip-ups within 380 that are easy to load, easy to run, because you don't have to rack the slide. You just hit one thing, tilt up the barrel, drop it around, and then put the mag in. Otherwise, like a Beretta Tomcat. Greg is not available to you, sir. Why can't you touch them? Because in 2019, some guy decided to dome himself with a shotgun on a live stream. Too many idiots do stupid shit, and you get your permissions taken away. YouTube is a business. Google runs it as a business. And having somebody, a lot of you really, really questionably stable people being able to do stupid shit like that, it doesn't look good to YouTube. What I think about the quality, it's a range quality gun, Matt. I would go through it very carefully before I decide to use one for home defense. You watched that video, okay? What's your opinion on the Lifeguard 22? It's not really a fun gun to shoot, and stop spamming, dude. It's not a fun gun to shoot because it doesn't have an extractor. It's a pain in the ass to reload. Even the Magnum. If you're going to swallow... Yeah, but Rebel, the thing is, YouTube has an AI algorithm that will catch it, and the one that did it in 2019 did it because his girlfriend broke up with him. So yeah, mentally unstable idiots. Is that Han Solo blaster a functioning firearm? It's not a Han Solo blaster. Han Solo's gun was a C-96 broom handle. That is a Mandalorian blaster, and yes, it is. Is that an HKP-7? No. That is not an HKP-7. I wish I had one. Had a chance to have one, never took it. Thoughts on the Rock Island STK 150? I need to get my hands on one. Right now I'm playing with the 5.0 that they sent me, and I'll probably get the whole lineup from them for the STKs because they'll be pretty cheap. Pepe! Oui, I am the frog. You think you can do a short on the DWX's new distress finish? Yes, my buddy dropped the gun off to me like 2 hours ago. That's the only reason why it doesn't have one yet. It'll be up in the morning. You're saying the AI will auto-cut the stream. Yes, I am, Rebel. I accidentally brushed the front trunnion of an AK once and it ended the stream. That's awful. Yes. Vermont has constitutional carry, yet they say you can't have brass knuckles. That is ridiculous. Most states won't allow you to have brass knuckles. I can tell by your attitude you're fun to be around. Thank you. Never had a gun. I would like to get one. We'll go to a store or a range. You need to go someplace where you can practice. Absolutely. I encourage you to get one. Just don't be a dick. Are Para 1911s any good? Yes, they're one of my favorite brands. Now, I will tell you to look. Your preference should be for the Canadian-built ones, the United States-built ones that are built as Para USAs. They're okay, but they weren't as high quality as the original Canadian-built guns. How can I get around carry a gun while being a felony? You can't, and you should probably remove that statement if you are a felon. Any more modern looking guns? Every gun up there is more modern except for the M1 and the I almost called it the Car 98, the Mosin Nagant. Wyoming loves weapons. Cool. Is that the Fusion XP Pro I see behind you? Nice. Yes, and it's in the hard chrome Tennifer finish, and I look forward to shooting it. They just showed up at like 4:30 this afternoon, so I haven't had any chance to mess with them. Why the frick would you not be able to have brass knuckles? They are metal. How can you ban that? Because of what they do when you punch somebody with them, and they're very concealable, and you can kill somebody with a single punch a lot easier than you can with a lot of things. Mrs. Mouse says she likes your hat. Oh, shit. Am I wearing a titty sticker on it? Nope. It's just my hat. Gotcha. What's your gender? I don't have a gender. I am an anamorphous blob. Tyrone, what is up? Do you own guns? Nope. No disrespect, how you allowed to show that on YouTube? Because I am a review channel, and they are in the background. Guns are not banned on YouTube. You just can't play with them on live streams. What's your favorite gun you have, and can we see it? Nope, can't show it to you. Think the wood is throwing me off. I can't really see the details. It's fine, dude. What's a good first handgun to buy? That's a very personal question. Go to a store and put a bunch of them in your hands and see what you think about it. Today I found out what sound a sloth makes. I actually don't know. You recommend cleaning your guns after each use or not? I do it because it's cathartic. You don't really have to. It also depends on the ammo you're shooting. If you're shooting really nasty stuff, like I was shooting this weird 115 grain crap, and it was like almost insta rusting the powder that was sticking to the gun, so I had to clean it off right away. Many strange weapon laws come from the old gangster days. Yeah, that is true. You identify as basketball. Nice. There's another YouTuber that took his firearms to a shooting range on live. Really? Was it a replay, or did he actually have them out on live? I'm impressed if he was using guns on a live stream that didn't get cut. It's metal. Depends on the person. The same way to me. Makes no sense. They should be self-defense carry option. No issues. Yeah, well, the problem is, Paul, the reason why a lot of things get banned is either political or it has actual like basis in previous use cases. And brass knuckles were, back in the day, they were like villainized because they were carried by like gangsters and bad people. You know, they were like, normal people don't carry brass knuckles, so they decided to outlaw them, and they just haven't gotten around to it. What's more important, girth or length? Ask your girlfriend. Damn, dude, are those all yours? They can't be cheap. Yes, they are all mine. Can you use a sword on live stream? I think so. I think other people have done it. You can use a slingshot on live stream too for some reason. It was on the live. That's interesting. Can you drop the name of the channel so I can watch the replay? Micro AR-15. I just want to see how he did it. How often do you oil your weapon? When I first buy them and after I clean them. Did you get rid of the echelon again? No, it's up there. It's up above my head. What gun will you take in World War III? That's a trick because I'll take all my guns. And also in World War III, I ain't going anywhere. I'm 45 fucking years old and I don't have feet. What's the best way to stop rusting on guns? Keeping them oiled, lubricated, and stored in a dry condition. Bow and arrow. I think you can do bow and arrows too. Are those your guns? Nope, stole them all. How often are you supposed to deep clean your weapon? I would recommend doing it at least once a year because a lot of people don't realize that the firing pin channel and the extractor channel on a Glock are connected, so you can actually get shavings and shit from the extractor going into your firing pin channel, so you can actually stop your gun from running. Is the SIG 232 antiquated and obsolete? Nope, no gun is antiquated in my opinion. You got to oil your 3D printer. Nice. I know you can go to Arizona and your guns won't rust there, and that's with very little oil. They'll rust if you carry them up against your body and you get them scratched. Do you actually not have feet, or was that a metaphor? No, I don't have feet. Chris Hansen, we need to talk. I swear to God, she said she was goo goo gaga. Can you grab the camera? No. Why do people keep asking that? Get off TikTok. It's poisoning your brain. What gun would you take? No, I wouldn't, dude. Because if I'm going to war in World War III, I'd be in the military. I'd be taking whatever gun they give me. It's not a good question. You live in Vegas. Sweat causes wear. Absolutely, Rebel. What do you think about the Canik TP9 SFX? I like it. It was one of my first competition-style guns ever. Are those even for protection? If I use it to protect myself, then they're for protection, dude. Is that Silver Slide Black Grip 2011 any good? Don't know yet. I just got it 3 hours ago, so I'll let you know after I shoot it. Does that answer goes for smaller pistols? The answer goes for every pistol. What kind of rifle is that above you? That is a Mosin Nagant. Opinion on Shadow 2 carry pistol. I actually don't like it. For the very reason that it was created to satisfy a bunch of Nancy-ass bitches who complained that it wasn't drop safe. I've got a really good solution for not letting your gun go off. Don't drop your fucking gun. The Shadow 2 does not have a history of going off on its own. And the ones that were proved to go off were dropped completely straight down on their muzzle. No shit, it doesn't have a firing pin block. Don't drop your gun on its muzzle. And if you drop a handgun, the weight of a handgun is not going to allow it to drop straight on its muzzle. Bro, why you look like that? Because I saw your mommy naked. Can't believe she ever got sexed to make you. You got paper on all your weapons? I don't need paper on all my weapons. I don't live in a shit state. Holy shit, I've had a fricked up day. I forgot you were alive. Of course you did. I've only been doing lives Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays for, 2 years. Why would you, not let that slip? I'll be looking for the review. Have you ever shot any of the Springfield Prodigy? Yeah, I did a review on them. I didn't take it to the range and show it being shot, but because I sold one as soon as I bought it. Nice spot. Thank you, Takara. Something tells me those are all Al. State are you in? I'm in Virginia. What are the plush toys? They were gifts, Yorkie. Am I stupid or brain dead, or is that a Mosin? No, it's a Mosin. It's an actual Mosin. That's why I don't buy things that aren't tried and true. There you go. Top left with the light is BEA beautiful. Thank you. Truth? Not really. They aren't even trying to go after the hunting rifles. Yeah. In the great state of Georgia, we don't need to paper our guns either. Yeah. What's a Stormtrooper looking gun? It's Mandalorian. It's a Ruger Mark IV. Why is Virginia and Maryland so close but so different? Politics. I live in Ohio. I love my gun laws. I wouldn't have it any other way. Rock on, brother. Thank you, Jason. You have an AK? Yes. You like the Smith & Wesson? The Smith & Wesson what? They tried to ban ARs in Illinois completely. Yep.
Texas girl, find your premier said guns should be allowed for self-defense and homes, family, and property. Um, yeah, your prime minister is a dick. Why do you sound so frustrated when you speak? Not frustrated. If you're taking it as frustrated, then you get talked down to a lot. If I had a Mark 1, it was my grandfather's. At this point, you should have a note. It's a Mosin. It's going to happen. They allow you to own guns while actively smoking crack. What do you think, son? How about a 44 Magnum Desert Eagle, but revolvers are more sufficient than you know how a magazine now. What the fuck did you wind up typing there? I'm glad you can own them. Why are people mad? Why are you mad? I'm not even talking to you, Travis. I said your prime minister in Canada is a dick. And I stand by that. You keep losing all your rights. Have I ever shot a Tommy gun? Not a full auto, just a semi-auto, a new one. I agreed with you, man. Your prime minister sucks. Why is everyone so rude? Because it's just the way life is, son. How much AK-47s? Oh, I don't know. Maybe some money. How do you like that Fusion firearm? Not the 2011, the other one. I just got them 3 hours ago. So I don't have a full opinion yet. I like the way it feels. One thing nobody has noticed yet, because it's really subtle, is it has a different barrel in it right now. It's got a threaded barrel in it. I just wanted to see if it was fit. Maryland's a beautiful state, but the government sucks, which means Maryland is not a beautiful state. He resigned, I think. Oh, yeah, Trudeau did, but any of them, they all suck. The fact that you're across the ocean from England and a large portion of your country bows to a king, it's 2025, bro. You guys need to find some tea in a harbor. How do you aim with your eyes so far apart? It's really easy because I was looking at your mommy's titties and they were like really far apart and it kind of made me go fucky. So, do you have any guns on you when you go in public? Maybe. I don't talk about it. But we do have the best crabs in the world. A lot of places have sexually transmitted disease. We have a new demon running the show. They're all demons. Stone, what is up, dude? What was your first firearm? Mine was a Beeman pellet gun. Well, that's not a firearm, it's a pellet gun. But mine was a Rock Island 1911 double stack. When I hear a British person talking, I hear the T hitting the harbor. Walls. When did you rearrange the wall? I move the guns pretty much every live. Do you like cylinder fed shotguns? They're okay. You mean like the Court, whatever that is, the 410 revolver shotguns? You're from Rock Island. Nice. I'm a local gunsmith. I love the context, brother. Fuck all these haters. Thank you, dude. I like paintball guns. Nice. Well, what percent of presidents were not American descent? How many of the presidents were not American? You have to be an American citizen to become president of the United States. You have to be, since JFK was killed, you have to be minimum 35 years old and you have to be an American citizen. You cannot be president if you're not American. Now, if you're talking about nationality, who gives a shit? They're all politicians. They're all going to hell anyway. It doesn't matter if they're black, white, Asian, Mexican, Croatian. Doesn't matter. They're all politicians. What would be your step up from a Springfield Hellcat? I was looking at possibly 45 ACP. Then get a 1911 or a Glock 21. Where's Springfield somewhere or other? You have Dracos. No, I have taste. Can you see around the block and down the corner? Only if I see your mama coming. So you have to be a native-born citizen too. Yes, you have to be a naturalized citizen. I got an M60 with a set of titties on it, so I just took it to the range. Okay. I love the Sloss. Donald Diddy Epstein. What the fuck? It is a Star Wars inspired 22. It's based on The Mandalorian. My mom's dead. Well, that explains why you don't have manners. Just woke up. What's up? Not much, Ryan. What's up? No taco for you. Huh? I'll eat the Asian taco. It's called a sushi. You believe in God? Sure do. Oh my God, don't shoot. No, I won't. What's your mom's favorite shotgun? I don't think she likes shotguns. Nice setup, thank you. Yeah, you got my sub, bro. No problem, dude. What's wrong with your eyes? I saw your mom naked. Also, I'm too busy looking at my American citizenship, which you apparently don't have. What's your favorite gun on the wall? 1911s. You have a deagle? Nope. Why do you make so many mom jokes? Because you guys want to. All these people come in and tell these lame ass jokes like they think they're the first person to ever come up with it. So I'm telling mama jokes like that's the first time that I've ever given one. Nobody's ever heard a yo mama joke before tonight because I've never heard any of these jokes before. Hidden gems. I don't do shout outs, but there's your technical shout out because you donated. Am I part Japanese? Nope, part Korean. You like Dracos? No! Dracos are stupid and nobody should own one. Nice setup. That's what America's all about. What state are you in? Virginia. Appreciate your input. Thank you. North or South Korea? I can't tell you for sure. See, Bree, you're doing the exact same thing. Do I like Taco Bell? Yeah, it's fine. Every now and then when I can't poop, I'll go and eat some Taco Bell. Goes right through you. Do I do martial arts? No. A lot of yapping from what sub accounts. Pretty much, Mike. Have you ever taken a load home to reload it? Do you do reloads? You don't take a load home to reload it, but no, I don't mess with reloads. What gun would you say is a hidden gem? Honestly, the Mossberg MC2s. They're actually really solid guns. It's just they don't get any real advertising because even Mossberg said they don't bother with advertising because there's too many guns. When's your birthday? November 13th. This is boring. Cool. Do this. Ask your mom why you don't have an attention span. Oh, that's right, because she's used to two-pump chumps. You should practice with your mom. Do I like semi-auto 20 gauge? Nah, they're fine. No one touching your wiener. Reloads mean you do your own brass? Pretty much. How's business? Slow. Everybody's trying to sell. Nobody wants to buy. Y'all need to fucking work harder. My brother does, but I highly dislike the taste of Taco Bell. Yep. Yo, mama's so stupid she bought tickets to Xbox Live. Oh, let's not do that, Luke. That'll get you, I don't need to read a bunch of them, dude. It's fine. You have a Draco. Should I sell it? I mean, it's probably stolen anyway, so yeah. After using your guns, do you reload them or throw them away? This ain't Cyberpunk, son. I just burped. Do you like Batman? Free Diddy for Tree Fitty. I've never had Taco Bell. You're not missing anything. Just imagine the cheapest version of bad. Imagine a white person makes you Mexican food. That's Taco Bell. It's not Mexican food. Never had a problem with Taco Bell. Yeah, I was kind of making a joke about needing a little laxative. It's not good Mexican food. Taco Bell is just quick, easy food that's easy to eat while you're driving. So, rather spend like a lot of money at Chick-fil-A than eat Taco Bell because I just like Chick-fil-A better. I love their waffle fries. Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers? Dude, I like Voorhees. Favorite pistol you own? Probably my Para Ordnance 1911. How many guns do you own? I don't know. Is Tex-Mex, and even that's not fair to Tex-Mex. I wouldn't even call it Tex-Mex, dude. It's like if somebody explained Tex-Mex to somebody from New Hampshire and the person from New Hampshire tried to make it. Take it from a Mexican who doesn't like most breakfast meal. Okay. Yo, what's under the Mini 14 on the right? It's not a Mini 14, it's an M1A. I haven't eaten at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Letters, fast food restaurant in like 30 years. Dude, and the price ain't worth it, man. Big Mac meal or a 20-piece nugget meal is like $16 now. Fudge that. Why the New Hampshire hate? No, I'm thinking of the farthest place from Texas that I can, bro. I'm not trying to insinuate that New Hampshire doesn't have taste, but y'all are some of the whitest people I've ever met. And here's how white you fuckers are. My parents have a timeshare in New Hampshire. That's where they are right now. Fucking white people. It's getting dizzy doing this. Nah, it's cool, dude. Just do what you got. The Para is a really great gun. Yeah, it is. A McDouble is the most I can get. Dude, even those are like $3 I went to a convenience store. They wanted $7 freaking for a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Hell no. I can make like 4 of them bitches for $6. If you had to put a silencer on a gun, I run a Silencer Co. Osprey 2. Look it up. It's a good one. Wendy's, they have serviceable burgers. I don't know. I would not agree that Wendy's has the best burgers. Five Guys has better figures. Are you not white? Nope. I am not white. I also don't have a birth certificate. All I have is a certificate saying I'm a U.S. citizen. Rich people, rich parents, make sense. My parents aren't rich. They just have a timeshare. Why do you think you have to be rich? Just because it's New Hampshire and they go there twice a year? God bless you, but I will not eat at most fast food restaurants. I know how to cook. Me too, dude. I ate a pound of bacon for $4. You try to get a pound of bacon on a hamburger at freaking McDonald's and shit, that thing's going to be like $50. Sounds like New Hampshire hate to me. I'm in Texas. So I was conceived in Texas, born in South Korea, and I lived in New York. So New York hates every state that's around it. So, yeah. Why are your eyes so far apart? I saw your mom naked, and bro, I tried to stab this one, and it kept running away. What gun has the most through it on the wall? Probably my Gerson. My broke-ass brother has a timeshare. There you go. What type of gun should immigrants use to defend themselves from ICE agents? One that you legally acquired because immigrants can get them. I know you're trying to make a joke, but it didn't work. Is your vision okay? Yeah, I see fine. I had LASIK vision, which is actually the reason I look more like this, because I used to wear glasses that would actually, where you have the prism in the lens, so it pulled my eye into the right place. Since I got LASIK, I can see perfect out of the eye, but the eye just wants to do whatever the fuck it wants to do. So, I like Canucks juice. There's a Baconator at Wendy's, which is my favorite burger. I like that one. Boom, boom, boom. You're right, the Night Stalker might have the most rounds. On the wall, I'd probably say you're right. Wendy's service is the worst. Yeah, although the McDonald's in my area, dude, they suck. I like the whiteout Canuck. That's pretty cool. My girlfriend thinks you're hot. Is your girlfriend imaginary? Because mine was. You have a 1911. Yes, not illegal immigrants. Keyword, illegal, lawful immigrants are all right. Dude, I know a lot of dudes that are legal. I'm sorry if I had to choose from Five Guys or Domino's, like Five Guys is better. Dude, I don't like Domino's at all. I hate their tomato sauce. Am I a big 5.7 guy? I'm a gun guy, dude. So if the gun is only available in 5.7, I like the gun. Your favorite laser color? Don't really like lasers. I live in South Chicago and it sucks. The fact that you have a South name to your city usually means it's not that good. I live in South Detroit. I live in South Minneapolis. You awesome, bro. Thank you, Hemingway. What's your favorite pistol cartridge? I don't really like a pistol cartridge, dude. Like I said, I like guns. I don't give a shit about calibers. Let's leave politics out of this. Tell us about the tattoo on your arm. There's nothing really to say. I was trying to cover a lot of scars because I've been stabbed and I was a mechanic for a bunch of years, so I have a lot of scars and shit. So I was just covering them up. They're just random tech patterns. This arm has random skull. I need to get it finished, and then I got some other tattoos and shit. What do you think of Beretta? A little bit overpriced, but solid guns. Do suppressors make your accuracy gooder or worse? It all depends on the shooter. I've actually seen a lot of people will shoot my suppressed firearms better than they do unsuppressed. I think it's because they're actually going slower. I've heard mixed reviews on laser bore sighters. What do you think? I think that you will get on paper with the laser bore sighter, but it's not the end-all be-all for sighting in a gun. You love all guns except for high point. Dude, I like high point. I'll take a high point before I take a Chiappa or a Glock. Maryland, West Baltimore is the worst part. Also, South. Again, South. Anything South. South Dakota. I want to get a 300 Win Mag next. Going to turn my neighbor into red mist. Oh, that's interesting. Professional but not a lawyer opinion. Foregrip mounted at 90 degrees on an AR pistol. Legal. If it's at 90 degrees on a pistol, it is still illegal. Your mods are good on top of the chat. No, they aren't. They're fucking slacking like a motherfucker. All those fast restaurants use the MSG. Probably put that on a turd and you would think it tastes great. Model sodium glutamate does not add taste. It makes you full. How do you shoot a gun with those eyes, my dude? Simple. I think about the last time I looked at your mom, and then my eyes completely go like fucking wonky, and then I just shoot around the wonk. Laser bore is a good starting point when fine-tuning a rifle. Laser bore gets you on the paper, fine-tune from there. Exactly what I said. How advanced do you think in terms of weapons will be in like 5 years? They won't. You're not banned. You own a 3D printed gun. Nope. Boom, boom, boom. Favorite handgun caliber, dude. You sound like you're German with the caliber. I don't have a favorite caliber. Shooting guns doesn't burn caliber or calories. No, but running your mouth definitely does. Was I able to shoot the Carry 2 yet? No, because I'm not going to. All you pussies that need a firing pin block in your gun can suck my asshole. You guys are ruining a good gun by putting a fucking drop safety in it. Just get a real Shadow 2 and don't drop your fucking guns. You just got all the trigger chats lined up. Hot. Best gun for beginners. You need to practice with guns, so start with the 22, work your way up. Want to get an AR-15 as my first gun. You can, whatever you're, I don't like to give that opinion because I don't know what you like. You might not like it. You might shoot it and hate it. And I don't want to be the reason for that. Do you think we'll ever have a railgun that we can carry in our hands? Nope, not until we figure out power delivery. Set in my new 5.56 with 55 grain bullet. If I switch brand but keep grain, should my sighting stay tuned? Yeah, you should definitely practice with it to know for sure, Paul. Paul Harrell, go look at Paul Harrell's channel back when he was still alive. He did some testing, and believe it or not, same grain, different brands can have different point of aim, point of impact. There is no future for guns in terms of plasma or lasers because those become energy weapons, which are a completely different class. It's like saying that a gun will become a 88 millimeter cannon. I need one that put a switch on an Uzi. Is that illegal? I don't know. Go ask a police officer. 5.56 or 2.23. I would go with 5.56 because 5.56 allows you to shoot both. 2.23, you really don't want to be shooting 5.56 out of it. Opinions on super safety. Don't have one. Enjoy it. Just picked up a Cobra M11 for $400. Absolutely pointless yet iconic. That's the point of some guns, dude. P365 AXG. $1,000. If I can get one for $600, I would definitely do it. Do I own a crossbow? No, but I have a compound bow. Most expensive firearm? I don't answer that question. Kind of music you like? Actually, all kinds of music. It depends on the weather. The colder it gets, the more I like country. Stop promoting guns. Okay, I apologize. They are all now just privates. You guys are no longer getting promoted. Doesn't matter how good you do, you will not get promoted. Not a single one of you will become a lieutenant, a colonel, a major, nothing. This person said you should all remain private. It's me, the FBI. You wouldn't announce yourself. Why are your eyes so far apart? 'Cause I saw your mom naked. Holy shit, what do you look like, fucker? Bro is 180 FOV in real life. Guess what, Extra Sway? Everybody has 180 degree FOV. If you don't, that's because you're so fucking inbred that your eyes are touching. You should probably get that shit looked at. What's the gun below the Match X? That's the XP Pro from Fusion Firearms. What's your bump in the night gun? Mossberg 930 Tactical. Demoted, but still devoted. I like it, Pig Daddy. Star Wars Blaster. That is a Ruger Mark IV target in a Mandalorian blaster body. Private M1A, say it ain't so. Sorry. Cut them tires. You think Hitler was a bad guy? Which Hitler? There were many people named Hitler. Who's bullying this guy about his eyes? People aren't bullying me for shit, dude. People think they're funny, and it's the first time anybody's ever made that joke. The thing about YouTube is, even though it's been around since 2006, motherfuckers think they're the first trolls ever. It's hilarious. Talk a little about the GSG 22 long rifle. A lot of mixed reviews. Oh, no, don't get a GSG. If you're looking for something in a 22, get a Taurus TX 22 or a SIG P3 22. Do not get the GSG. The GSG, especially the Firefly, used to be your option. There's way better guns nowadays. Where's the... It's up front in the store. Sorry, video on the scuffed gun. How do you do replay the finish? I didn't, dude. I had my dude apocalyptic. Alright. If you stay on for 18 minutes, I'll do a tour. Holy shit, I'm getting the hiccups. I knew Addison Hitler. She was a good girl. $5, she'd do whatever you told her to. Really weird for a 98-year-old lady to be doing that, though. But hey, no gums, no problems. I got to get some sleep, buddy. Good stream. Sorry I can't stay longer tonight, but I'll see you Friday. Everybody, please make sure to press the like button. I don't know if I'm going to be live. I got to drive to Ohio. What caliber are the Nerf guns? All the calibers. What's the smallest gun you have? The one in my pants is 45 ACP God's caliber. I don't know. Was Addison a famous painter? I don't know, dude. Got the Ruger SR22. What is the smallest gun you have? So Extra thinks they're being funny, but when you sit there and you make that joke, you obviously don't understand the concept of actually shooting a gun. So I'm assuming that you're like 4. It's amazing that you can type that well, but you're probably using talk to text. Please make a fun. I want to make a fun of the guy. Well, be safe and feel free to call me anytime. Drive safe. All right, dude. Is that a canic on the wall? There's several of them. Oh, look at you backing down and trying to be funnier. You're not funny. Here, I'll give you a present, though. Axel, make sure you ask your mom about having bad relationships. I'm sure she's on her 3rd, 4th, or 5th marriage and 17th boyfriend because she's too busy sucking cock. But you got to know there are a lot of us who respect you and appreciate you. I know there are. A lot of these motherfuckers think they're actually getting to me. They're not. I don't need you, guns. It's a joke. You need English and Jesus. But TP9 Combat Elite, they're fine. Lasers, pros and cons. Lasers have no point in firearms other than sighting them in. I'm going on vacation to South Carolina next week. Nice! Bro, we got a haircut and gun and a Hellcat. What the fuck? I don't know what's better, the collection or listening to you roast the trolls. It's either one is fine. Are those reals or are they just BB guns? Even a BB gun is technically real. So do we want to talk about the existentialism of an item being real versus being a indicated item with a certain qualification that makes it such? Or, you know, you just want to hang out and be cool. I'm looking at a light switch behind you guys. I don't give a fuck about you. Do 1911s only have single stack magazines? Yes, no, maybe. True traditional 1911s are single stack. You can get a double stack 1911. You got a gun and a haircut from the same store. Oh, okay. Zen, I really don't want to convince your buddy. If your buddy doesn't want a canic, I'm not going to try to convince him to buy a canic. He should buy what he's comfortable with. If he wants to buy something stupid like a Glock, let him. He'll learn. Best weapon for home defense. Whatever you have, be it a knife, a shoe, a shotgun, or a machine gun. Boom, boom, boom. Tommy John comes in with a $5 donation. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You're a king. David says, what's your everyday carry? Para Ordnance 1911. Can you buy a 50 caliber air gun? Yes, you can buy, I believe 68 caliber is a big hunting version. Am I feeling better? Yeah, I made sure not to eat anything before the live stream. Thoughts on Beretta pistols? Overpriced, but good. You'll never hear me pick a Glock over anything. Best pistol is the Colt 38 Super. Well, that's a big statement. Round's been around a long time, though. A lot of people don't realize that. 1926. Do you believe in Bigfoot? My mother-in-law. I believe in Bigfoot. I don't have any feet, so if I'm a no foot, then there has to be a Bigfoot. What is better, Taurus or Canik, and where does SAR fall in? SAR is fine. SAR schmalls are good. Canik, SAR schmalls, and Taurus in that order. Why do you dislike Glocks? They're boring and they get touted by all the stupid people in the world. Hey, WR332 comes in with a question and a $5 donation. Best experience with a full-size sidearm. Would probably be best experience with a full-size firearm. Probably the first time I shot a 45 caliber ACP 1911, man. It just it really solidified that I like 1911s. Am I going to get copyright? How am I going to get a copyright? Do you hear music playing? Am I playing somebody else's video? How do I get copyrighted, bro? Which one of those on the wall would you shoot a dyno with? Probably the M1. None of them are really fucking made for that. Trying to compete with Brandon Herrera's gun wall? No, I can't even come close, dude. Brandon Herrera's got so much fucking money. Got a 1911 Smith & Wesson Pro. Nice. Legal age to own a rifle. 18 to buy one from a gun store. Technically, if you're gifted one, you can own one at a younger age. Why do I even have fucking mods sometimes? You see a Glock on the wall. Oh, yeah. That gives me the right to bitch about them. Owning them gives me the right to bitch about them. So when people don't own something and they bitch about it, it's like the motherfuckers that didn't go and vote and they bitch about the current administrations that we have. Shut your fucking mouth. That's what I say to those people. Not you personally, but that's what I'm saying. I own them so I can make fun of them. I have expensive Glocks. People have seen it. You can go and search my videos. I've got $1,500, $2,000 Glocks. But why? They're boring. You got to spend $1,000 to make a $300 gun good. How many guns do you have on the wall? There's something like 30 up behind me. I'm hot. Thank you. I will never own a Glock. Yeah, you will. I'm gifting you one. I'm sending you one back instead of the Night Stalker. It's an even trade. Nice guns. Thank you. Now I can buy the gun. They don't sell me ammo. Why is that? I have no idea. Where are you from? I envy your wall brother working on getting there. Lol, I like shotguns, though. Nothing wrong with that, Big Daddy. Get what you like, man. There's plenty of room in this space for gun people. A lot of people don't realize that. I thoroughly encourage people to check out other people. Boom, 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 boom. Nice guns, thank you. Prove you wrong about what? You can send me Glocks. Nah, you like guns. Fair point. Just curious. If I had the money, I'd definitely own all kinds of brands. But my Glock 17 has never failed me, and I agree. The Glock 17 is an awesome self-defense gun. It's a great gun if you want something that's reliable and easy to maintain, but they're boring. They do nothing for me emotionally. It's the difference between driving an Enzo Ferrari and a Toyota Camry. Yes, they both have four wheels and are going to get you where you want to go, but would you rather show up to an event in an Enzo Ferrari or a fucking Toyota Camry? How long are you going tonight? Probably till midnight-ish. You own body armor? No, I don't. What's the most beneficial accessory? Your concealed carry license and practice. They don't sell guns in my country. Sorry. Are 1911s fun? Yes. Canik Meta MC9. I've had a few of them come through the shop. I like them. They seem pretty solid. It's not really a gun that I like much, though. Honestly, I don't like small compact guns. So... can you wear glasses? I used to wear glasses. First timer in the chat, your thoughts on SIGs? They handled their 320 uncommanded discharges very poorly. I like their other guns, though. Not very pistol knowledgeable. If Glock stays boring, how do they manage to push out all these different models? Same way that Apple continues to push out the same goddamn iPhone since the 5. Brand loyalty and marketing. It's the same reason Hitler went into power. He had good marketing. He was able to sell himself. So I'm giving it up to Glock. For 20 years, they had the best polymer fired double stack 9mm on the market, and they've continued to run it down just using marketing and the fanaticism that people have for it. Why do motherfuckers still buy Jordans? Jordan hasn't played in 20 fucking years, but people still think Jordans from Nikes are worth fucking $300. As a diehard Ferrari fan, I'm offended that you put Enzo first. No, actually, I like to put Enzo first. Ferrari Enzo is the model. I say an Enzo Ferrari because I wasn't specifying a model. And his name is actually Enzo Ferrari. His name wasn't Ferrari Enzo. Shoe market is down. It should be below your feet. Man, Bear Pig, it's been a while, dude. Star Wars guns like on the walls because why are you even still typing, dude? Do you have nothing better to do? Shouldn't you be going to sleep? Don't you have school tomorrow? Somebody breaks into that room right now. What are you grabbing first? The 1911 sitting in front of me that's loaded. You're not like that, bro. Relax. I'm like everything. You have the Glock 47. No, I mean, I've got 3 Glocks up there. They're all the same. He's a sassy one. Yeah, sassier than you. Not as sassy as your mom, who likes, sucking cock. How's the truck doing? Truck's fine. My friend's named his son Enzo. Nice. Another racist American. Not racist. I just don't like white people. But the model of the car is called the Ferrari Enzo. Technically, it's actually called the F80 or F70. No, that's the F60. The Enzo, no. So F50. It's technically the F60 is the development name. The market name is the Enzo. Best Mortal Kombat character, Johnny Cage, just because he's so over the top. That's racist. What, not liking white people? Sorry, you guys have done a lot of things to a lot of people. Which gun on the wall holds the most in the mag? Well, since they all have the detachable box mags, technically any one of them could be the number one. Springfield or Kimber 1911. Either one, you're not going to go wrong. Kimbers need a little bit more fine-tuning than the Springfields, though. If you just want to buy one and be done with it, put it in your holster and go, then get the Springfield. The Kimber's fine, though. You're black? Awesome. Why would you talk about someone's mother like that? Because people think they're funny. So, if you motherfuckers want to come in here and try to troll me with my eyes or thinking that you're funny, I'm going to troll you with the same old tired-ass mom jokes. If your mom thought that you were going to grow up to be such a disappointment, they would have aborted you. Levi's proven that they're like a teenager. They wouldn't even type the word fuck. I have guns I haven't shot in 5 years, but I keep oiled. No, keeping a gun oiled is fine. You can wipe off oil a lot easier than you can wipe off rust. Are rifles boring to talk about? I love them, but I don't want to bore you with some questions I have. I just don't know a lot about rifles. Rifles are not my bag, man. John Wayne or John Wick? John Wayne, dude. Looser? How do you know what my butthole's like? You're a cool dude. May God bless you. And I'm white. Be at peace, my brother. I survive in a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, you're damn right I will. I don't like guns, I like swords. Cool. Do you have a Makarov? Not anymore. Dudes, the Mosin is finished. No, the one up on the wall is Russian. Favorite John Wayne movie? Genghis Khan. Nothing funnier than watching a man like this act like he's a Mongolian. Yo. What do you think about Springfield Micro 9? I don't like Micro 9s. Doom, doom, doom. There's got to be an Allen key somewhere. No. You know what I like about you, Axel, is that you're dedicated to the bit. You're awesome. You're my new favorite commenter. My fists are weapons. Anybody's fist can be weapons. What happened in Tiananmen Square? I don't know. Look it up. I got a lot of hate on my eyes and nose when I was growing for being Korean. People are just not original trolls before trolls were a thing. Dude, I've got a lot of things going on. So, is there a rust-free gun? Sure. If the U.S. could start over, no guns, would that be a good thing? No, because then we wouldn't be America. .44 Magnum or 50 AE? I prefer 50 AE if we're talking about the Desert Eagle. Man, people don't give up. That's awesome. Do you have a Colt? Nope, I don't like Colt. Not right now, anyways. I like older Colts, and the future will decide whether or not the Colts are any good. $5 because you said I'm your favorite hater. You are kind of getting there, Axel. I kind of dig you, dude, because you're dedicated to it, even though I'm ignoring you. That's a lot, man. You got an AR? Sure do. Favorite short barrel shotgun? Mossberg Shockwave, dude. Is there any guns that can defend against a heart attack or stroke? You should look into that. Yes, there are. I can't tell you which one it is, though, because I don't want you getting your hands on one. How about a Smith & Wesson 500? I don't have one of those. I have the 460 X frame, which is the same frame as the Magnum 500, but I don't have the 500. You just sub. Thank you, Barb. Your overall go-to World War III gun. Whatever the U.S. government is using. World War III is not a localized event, kid. And guerrilla warfare is not going to start at home when it comes to World War III. Trust me, it's all the fucks in other parts of the world that we're going to get involved with first. What about the Lago Alien? The Lago Alien is cool. It's very expensive, though. If you had to start over with your collection, what would be your first buy? Probably a Rock Island 1911. Love guns. Keep up the good work. Good work. Love your gun wall. Thank you. Is there a gun that shoots swords? Well, there are shotguns that shoot little things called flechettes. And if you happen to be a midget, you could pretend it's a sword. It'd be a short sword. Where's your neck at? Ask your mom. Funny, he thinks America wouldn't be America if there were no guns. What makes America Americans are the people. Yeah, that is what makes Americans American, because we defy people that try to tell us what to do. As long as guns exist, United States Americans, people like me are going to own them. Do I actually use all of them? I have shot almost every gun behind me unless it's brand new and available for my store. Sweetie, this is YouTube Live, not your diary. If you don't like it, there's a magical little button called the next. Alex, what's up? Thoughts on the SIG 1911-22? I don't really have an opinion on it. I'm not a big fan of 22 caliber 1911s unless you use a conversion kit. I use your store all the time in GTA. Thank you. Just make sure you're paying cash. Rock Island or Springfield? Two different quality levels. Entry level, I would go with the Rock Island over a Springfield. Where's your store? Winchester, Virginia. Thoughts on Trump? Don't really have any thoughts. How's your day going? It's slow. Thoughts on downgrading guns to 22? Why would you ever do that? No, I have never been shot. Not with a handgun. Been shot with BB guns and pellet guns. Am I weird for eating corn on the cob the long way? Only if you put it all the way in and keep it there. Am I what's your favorite gun? 1911s. I got an FMP9 that won't feed. Isn't an ammo an issue? Possibly. It could also be a magazine issue depending on how old the mags are. You carry an NAA. Nice. You can absolutely defend yourself with the 22. Tell you what, have your buddy shoot you with the 22 and see how much you want to attack him still. Do I have a Fortnite gun? Sure. Was not a police officer. That Han Solo joint is killer. Cool. My hog hunting gun is a 303. Interesting. Boom, 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 boom. Why do you love the 1911 but hate Colt? Because the company itself is shit. Yes, you can defend yourself with the 22. The velocity is going to be a bitch. Yep. Does your store ship to Texas? If store name, yes. Wind City Armory. I ship to all 50 states. Although Hawaii's a little bit bitchy, but I can do it. What's your recommendation, first-time gun owner and home protection? I would recommend that you go to a range that allows you to rent guns and see what you're comfortable holding first before I start recommending guns. But if you just want one gun, get a Glock. If you want a home defense gun that you're not going to carry around, get a shotgun like a Mossberg 500. Carrying in a 22 Magnum. There you go. Hickok would destroy me in a shootout. Do you poop? No. As you can tell, Greek, I spew verbal diarrhea, so I don't actually have to poop. Sounds good, no problem. Got any 4570s? Yeah, I got a Marlin 1895. I give so little bit of a shit about this Lamar Jackson shit that I won't even bother looking up to see what it's about. Don't anybody tell me because I don't want to know. Mostly because they discounted the Charger and Challenger for a clown car. Where did that come from? Favorite guns? Pineapple. My favorite gun is a 1911. Stream today seems so active. It is, and I'm encouraging it. I'm not really stopping it too much. My first pistol was a 1911. I completely hate the drop on the 45. What do you mean the drop? Hickok 45 would win. He's too clumsy. Oh, absolutely. Freaking Hickok 45 would take me down before I even pulled, probably. Me and my wife were watching the new shitty Snow White movie. Ha! Is putting a red dot on a lever action pretty silly looking? Not really, dude. It's technology. Technology moves on and people adapt to it. The people that lock into an old school look or feel, they're just dedicated to it. Honestly, it's like people that like to go camping because they want to camp like our ancestors did. Motherfucker, if Lewis and Clark had a Hilton to stay at, they wouldn't have been fucking sleeping next to a river. What's the gun with the red handle? There's a couple of them. The one here is a Fusion Firearms XF Pro. It's the one that takes Glock mags, and the one above my plaque is the Dan Wesson DWX. What would you give up first, the sloths or the guns? Sloths. I can get more sloth. Well, I can get more guns too, but if I'm giving up my guns or my sloth, something bad happened. What should I get if I want to hunt turkey? A shotgun. Usually they're restricted. Have you ever met other gun tubers? If so, who's your favorite? I've never met one in real life. The closest I came was meeting an airsoft YouTube guy, and then I'm going to be meeting Pistol Pete worldwide at GunCon. He's a smaller tuber, but he's definitely somebody you should go look at. What's your thoughts on High Point? They're fine. Do I have a G2C? Nope. Trying to be one bro shit's hard. I hear ya. Talk about 10 millimeter, or you celebrate Pride Month. Well, you're the one with the diamond up there. Do you not know what that means in terms of pride? But what do you want to know? Sorry if I seem annoying. I love your streams. You're not annoying. I just don't understand what you're saying half the time. We want America back, you thieves. Come get it, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Maybe you should come across the pond. We'll have a cuppa. Wait, that's Australian. Fuck you, we're keeping it. Go back to, just stop at Canada. I want a decent 2011 Bull Armory, Alpha Foxtrot, or a Prodigy. How was GunCon? It hasn't happened yet. It's happening on Saturday. I mean, technically range day and shit's going on right now, but I'm going on Saturday. I'm in the process of selling guns to buy a Can-Am. Never sold a gun in 10 plus years of collecting. Tell me I'm stupid. You're not stupid, dude. If you bought them right and you're selling them right, who cares? Oh, do you watch James Bond? Actually, I never watched the last one. Poor sound. Prodigy or the Fusion? Well, the Fusion is completely different from the Prodigy. The Prodigy is a true 2011. The Fusion is a Glock Mag 2011. What's your gun store called? Wind City Armory. You're also starting gun YouTubing? Good luck, brother. Have you ever bought used guns? Yes, most of my guns are used. I don't care. I know how to check them. Just check them. What's the best shotgun for home defense? The one you practice with. The one that you know well. The one that you know how to function correctly. Thoughts on pump action rifles? They're interesting. It's been a long time. Am I still going to Cleveland Gun Con? Yes, I'm leaving Friday night to go to Gun Con. Are sales shit for you? Yes, everybody is selling their shit. Nobody is buying shit. I love a 1911, brother. Awesome. Best budget double stack 1911. I haven't spent enough time with them all to give you a complete answer to that. You seem like a great dude. Keep up the hard work. I'm trying. America smells. No, we just don't smell like aristocracy. No Live Friday. I haven't decided yet. I might only do a couple hours, but I'm going to have to leave very early. No, I'm not going to be doing a live stream from GunCon. Would I buy an Elon Musk flamethrower? No. Do you have an elephant gun? No. How's the weather up there? It's hot. It was 90-some degrees today. I stayed inside and stayed away from the sun. Fuck both. What would be your bug-out bag gun setup? 5.56 shotgun and a 1911. Any suppressed rifles? Personally, I own suppressors. Saying suppressed rifles, that means integrally suppressed? No. It's been 100 here all this week. Damn. I'm only messing, I'm drunk. That's fine, sound. Have I ever taken a gun apart and put it back together with parts to spare? No, it's not a car. I wouldn't trust a gun that had spare parts left over. Hey, Kim comes in with their 10th ever super on a live stream. Thank you for the donation, brother. What do I think about crossbows? I think they're interesting, but they have no business for me. I don't care about them. You have a Model A with a linked barrel. It's a copy of Colt 1911. Pretty rare piece. The Star B9 or whatever you have, the Super whatever, it's not that rare. It might be rare here in the States, but it's not a rare gun. Guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people. Yes. Any CZs? Maybe. No, you cannot work for me. Luke, Glocks can suck my asshole. Is High Point a good name? Not really. You want the new Caltech, the PR57? Yeah. You like this guy. Congratulations on your collection. Thank you, Michael. It's a Star Model A, not a Super, and for the year being linked, it is. Okay, cool. What's your thoughts on flag magwells on an EDC? Flared magwells on an EDC? If it's got one, it's got one. I wouldn't personally. Now, I do it on my 1911s just because I like having that. But if you're talking like a Glock, it really doesn't aid much. What do you think about owning tanks? You can legally own tanks in the United States. You excited to look at anything at the con? Not really. I'm just going to meet other people and try to network a little bit. I'm going to meet a couple of the companies when I'm up there. Do not make ammo. What year and is it a Hemmosen? It's a Russian 1942. You like Palmetto State Armory? No, they're fine. Their quality control is not up to par. That's what I'll say about Palmetto State. Do you carry more than one gun at a time? I do not. Are suppressors legal where you are? Yes. What do you think about the NAC-9? I used to own one. They're fine. Lycan, thank you. $10 donation and a statement this time. Leaning towards Diamondback AR since they are manufacturing the lowers for Daniel Defense. Absolutely, and they're very good to start. Their tolerances are very consistent across their guns. So, yeah, absolutely. I would highly recommend going with a Diamondback if you're going to build up a gun. or even if you just want to run it stock. Can a 45 pistol go through a car door? Yes, it can. You need an ammo friend. Yes, I do. I really do need a sponsor for ammo. I shot 300 rounds on Tuesday, and that was like $80. What do you think of the Brandon Herrera's AK-50? It's an interesting gun. It does nothing for me. Can a Nighthawk Customs hang with a CZ Depends, man. It depends on what you're looking for. The trigger is better than a TSO. I've had both of. I've shot the Nighthawk and I own the TSO. They're both very good guns. You have any used Bull Armory 2011 you part with? Nope. I don't own a Bull Armory right now. Sorry. Do you have a clock? Nope. Yo, Yo, I seen this dude. He said that guns generally aren't dangerous and is considered a weapon unless a person with bad intentions is using it, and then it would be considered dangerous. That's absolutely true, MJ fan. Think about it. If a gun is sitting on a table and nobody's controlling it, even if it's a SIG, blah, 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 blah. But a gun by itself has no ill will, no intentions. You can't anthropomorphize with a gun. A gun does not have sentience. It can't decide to do something wrong. It has to be the person holding the gun. Do you have any Taurus guns? Yes, there's a G3X above my head. What's your body count? Talking about sex? I don't know what sex is. I've never had sex. That's why I have guns. Why mainly handguns? It's what I got into, Ava. I prefer handguns. I think being accurate with handguns is harder than rifles. I can be accurate with rifles all day long. Also, the cost, believe it or not, most of my handgun obsession is still cheaper than like the rifles I would want to own. Bruce, stop getting rid of people. If I want people gone, I will remove them. Just ignore their statements. Should I get a Colt LE 6920 SOCOM or a Daniel Defense? Thanks, can't decide. Get one of each, man. I don't really know much about either, to be honest with you. I'd probably go Daniel Defense myself. Colt, for the last few years, depending on when it was built, man, they're not so good. What is the Keltec chambered in? 9mm. That's the P15. I'm pretty happy living in a country where idiots can't get easy access to gun. Yeah, I guess if you like communism. I'm surprised you have the internet. What's good, my guy? Walter 45 PPQ. Never actually shot one. I'm Jewish. I've heard enough. I'd like to purchase your LLC. Let's contact. Sure. TheJiminyShow@gmail.com. Bruce, stop removing comments. If I want them gone, I'll remove them. Leave it alone. Have you ever used the Sonic gun cleaners? No, I personally haven't. I know a lot of people that have, though. Bruce, I don't care if people are repeating their questions. I honestly don't, dude. Just stop eliminating people. Do you have a DVR Snake? No, he just hasn't been here in a while. Bruce, I'm about to take your fucking mod status away. Stop removing comments. You're the one that's getting to me right now. What's your favorite tiny gun? I don't like tiny guns. What is a gun you regret buying? Anything from Chiappa. Prince, look at my wall. How much have I spent in total? Red Hulk coming out, Joe. He's trolling. I don't care. What do you think of the XP Chrome? I just got it today, Andy. I don't really have an opinion yet. It's not a Han Solo Ruger. It is a Mandalorian Ruger. You have a shotgun. 1 second, please. Can we have a wall tour so that we can reset? Yeah, give me a second here. Ugh. All right, let's do a wall tour. No high powers. Canik, Meta, SFT, G3X from Taurus, Ruger SR9C. No, McPherson, I'm trying not to ban people, dude. Just banning people for spamming chat is not the right thing to do. If they get offensive or racist, I will. But just spamming something, just ignore it. Canik TP9SFX. I mean, I'm really getting thrown off my rhythm right now. Taurus PT92CD. Arex Rex01 Alpha Rex01 Tactical, excuse me. Daria Arms DY9. Rock Island 5.0. Springfield Echelon with the Sharps Brothers body on it. Dude, I'm actually thrown right now. I don't know why Bruce was doing that, so. Glock is the most sold brand. Fusion Firearms XF Pro with a upgraded barrel in it. Rock Island 1911. The Fusion Firearms XP Pro. Gerson Match X. The TSOS Night Stalker. The Ruger Mark IV Mandalorian Edition. Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Keltec P15, the Dan Wesson DWX with the distressed apocalyptic rust look to it. Para Ordnance P1345 Springfield Operator, TSOS Double Stack 9, 7.5 FK Burno, Glock 22, Glock 17, Glock 19, and a Mosin Nagant and an M1A. So. Had fun with the Ruger? It's not my gun. I'm selling it for a buddy. Can't believe I thought it was a P7. You'll be all right. What are your thoughts on the Rock Island 1911? I know it looks like you have the 40. No, it's actually the 9mm. I like them. Ever used gun grease? Not personally, I have not. Not having a CZ is ridiculous. I have CZs. How do you like the DWX? I distressed the finish and took it down and made it look rusty because their finish is shit for some reason for 2025. And I'm tired of them. Highly recommend a 590 Shockwave just for a fun truck gun or a bathroom gun. Sure. What's your gaming setup specs? i9 12900K and a 4070 Ti. Are you at home with the sun hat? I like hats, man. I wear hats even when I'm not on live. Please give me an RMR red dot. Nope. Thoughts on the Ruger SFAR in 308? It's an interesting gun, and I would definitely enjoy one, but I have not picked one up. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck, man. Bruce, if anybody... Actually, I should probably type it because he's probably not listening. So... Sorry, I'm just fucking thrown off right now, so. Give me a second. We'll get back into this. What did Bruce do? I told him to stop removing people from making one comment, and he kept doing it. I don't give a shit if people are saying the same thing every now and then over and over. It really doesn't bother me right now. Do you go hunting for deer? I have never been hunting. Nobody's ever taken me. Am I balding? No, but I'm extremely thinning. I don't have a bald spot. I just have all thin. Bruce is about to get fires. Well, I took his mod away for now, but I'm letting him fucking email me back. I know sometimes he doesn't have his audio on. So, yeah. Love you, brother. You're doing a good job. Be blessed. So, me and Bruce have talked at length on the phone and shit. Yeah, I see it, Bruce. Like you said, man, the main thing is just when I ask you to chill, just chill. Doesn't matter why I'm asking you to chill, just chill. What do you think about 10 millimeter? 10 millimeter is fine. It's an okay round to shoot. It's just not my favorite. It's expensive, and modern technology for ammo. You can do a lot with 9 millimeter for nearly half the price. Thoughts on the Hellcat Pro? Hellcat Pro is fine. I'm not a fan of small guns. You have a Glock 23 or any 40 cal. There's a 22 up there. Again, a 40 cal is a weak version of a 10 millimeter, so it really does me no good. What's your favorite Taurus gun? Probably the Taurus Raging Hunter Raging Bulls. Thinking about buying a Shadow Systems MR920. It's an incredibly expensive way to buy a Glock, man. You seriously look at the keyboard and type? Hell yeah, dude. I have nerve damage. I don't know what my hands are doing. Did I email you pictures of my rifles? Just see what you think. You can send them, but I'm not reacting to them live. Hello from the United Kingdom of no firearms unless you jump through many hoops. Hey, what's up? Does your heart still belong to Bruce? Do you I mean nothing to you? Nobody means anything to anybody. We're all just weirdos. Subcompacts are now underrated due to microcompacts. Hello from Pennsylvania. Hello. What's your thoughts on 357 in modern times? Is it still relevant? 357 Magnum? Absolutely. And revolvers and rifles? Absolutely. What do you think a Glock long gun would look like? They would probably outsource it to somebody else and then put a square chassis around it. Hello, I am from Iran. Hello from Iran. Have a good day. Bring the dress back. Motherfathers, you got to pay for that shit. Jonathan should be bad for being a white knight. Who the hell is Jonathan and why do I care? What do you think about the Hellcat Pro? It's fine. I don't like small guns, so I don't shoot that gun much. Thoughts on the rumored Glock AR-15? They developed an AR-15 in the European market. We'll never get it here in the United States, and at least not for the next few generations. How many rounds of a specific round do you have? Like 5 million? No. So is a Glock 26 a subcompact and a 365 is a micro? Yes. Do you really have Han Solo's blaster on your wall? No. That is the Mandalorian's. How can I improve my 365 fuse? Just practice with it. The guns themselves are pretty solid. I guess you could put the 365 AXG Legion frame on it and give it some weight. I got a real blue gun, not the type of blue gun Blue Joe claims he has. Ha 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 ha. Jonathan wants to cuddle you. Yeah, I saw. How expensive are bullets for all your guns? I don't know. Just varies from place to place. I know how much they are for mine. I'm having 3 conversations at once. What gun is your favorite? Don't have one. Thank you, brother. Okay. Sorry, I meant to put 9mm, not 5mm. Oh, gotcha. I actually only keep like a couple of thousand rounds. Which state do you live in? Virginia. Do you think hollow tips are overhyped? No, hollow tips are very, very good thing to own just because it will help you prevent over penetration into a public place. You know what I mean? Thoughts on Mark 18 clones? Don't really have a thought on them. If they're made nice, do you like the 300 Blackout? Yes. What happened to Bruce? It's fine. We're not talking about it. Don't bring it up. Let it go. Peyton, don't spam, guys. Don't fight. Is that a Platypus or an XP Pro? It's the XP Pro, my good sir. XP Pro. Do you have a dream sports car? Nope. I've already owned all the sports cars I've ever wanted. You prefer ball or hollow point? Hollow points for carry, ball for practice. And the guy asking about cars, I'm a simple guy, 5.7 guns, 5.7 ammos. Nice. Empty tip is the best thing I've heard all day. Pretty much. Whatever happened to the Spectra 45? No idea, dude. Hey, boss, what's the reason behind your love for Glock, specifically the 1934 and the 43 Act? Ha! You like the Taurus Judge? Yes, it's fine. What's the best gun you've ever had? Probably one of my Rock Island. My very first Rock Island. I had that thing polished out and ran perfect, and then I sold it because I'm a dumbass. Have you shot the XP Pro? How well do you like it? What's your thoughts on it? I've had it for a total of 6 hours, so I have no idea how it shoots. Feels good in the hand. I like the grip more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be a very slick grip, but it's not. Would I use tracer rounds defensively? No. Why you got to come out with that, man? Why you got to step over the line? Thoughts on VP9? I've got one. They're fine. I like the European release with the thingy. I'll buy a Glock 18, then would I be able to complain about Glock? Nope, because that's a gun that I would have to stay in the business, so sorry. Best home defense in your opinion? Shotgun. God bless you, brother. Love seeing you live. Thank you, Guardian. I appreciate that. So I will be taking the XP and the XF to the range on Tuesday. If it had showed up yesterday, I would have taken it yesterday, but they didn't. So you like your VP9 match? Nice. That's not fair. Sorry. 18C requires an SOT. What's up, Cody? What's your take on 3D printed guns? If you like them, you like them. I don't care for them. I don't trust them. They don't have the same quality. The materials that you use in a 3D printer are not as good as the materials used by manufacturers. It doesn't matter if you're using carbon fiber infused or reinforced or whatever it is. It's never going to be as good as a billion-dollar companies. Do I know much about the CZ82? I do not. But ask the question. Maybe somebody here can answer it for you, Jason. Uh, Deck, I have a match also, and an SK and a regular. So I have the standard one with the HK parts match weight. Yeah, Mart, until he does something offensive here, I'm not worried about him, okay? Stop asking us to ban somebody or you go away. I agree, but I have almost 5,000 through my Chairman 1 V2 and about 1,300 through my Orca with PLA Pro. Hey, you know what? Like you said, if it works, man. I just don't trust them. I'm about to join the Navy SEALs. What gun should I get as a personal weapon? If you were truly joining the Navy SEALs, you wouldn't be asking the random public that question. You would already know what you're getting. Impressive collection, thank you. What's your favorite Glock? Don't have one. What's your opinion on SIGs? Stone, I just got done with this with Bruce. Just leave the Lamar shit. Just ignore it, please. Please. Racism or attacking another user. Those are the only two reasons that you guys should really be getting rid of anybody right now. I guess some people I wouldn't trust them as a carry gun, but for home defense. I still wouldn't even trust one for home defense, honestly. I really do like my match. You love sloths, me too. Second most American thing I've seen today. What do I think about the Tara 9mm? The Taras are interesting, but they're not my style. Lamar shit is so annoying. I get that, but if we remove everybody that does that, we're going to spend our lives dealing with that shit, and it's just going to make more people do it. So just ignore it, dude. Mart, I'm about to end it. Don't bring it up again. Which one of your guns would you take for a zombie apocalypse? All of them. You become a mod if the person that owns the channel decides that he wants you to become a mod. And I'm having problems with the ones I have, so I'm not looking for any new ones. Should police be given better, more up-to-date guns? Not really. I think they should. Many police departments actually allow you to have an option to carry a different firearm. You just have to pay for it yourself. So if a cop is too fucking cheap to replace their own firearm with something better, that's their own issue. Errors thinks he's DB. I got lucky and found ARJ Honey Badger made in Rochester's Hill, made down the street from your house. Nice, dude. God bless America. Do you have a Smith & Wesson 2.0 competitor? No, I don't. I can get it for you, though. Shadow Carry. Shadow Carry is a gun that shouldn't exist. A bunch of pussies think that they need a firing pin block in their fucking gun. Don't drop your gun. If you buy a Shadow 2 Carry and you're not in law enforcement and it wasn't required because you had to carry something with a drop safety, you're a punk-ass bitch. You want a Tomcat ZX? Nice. Dude, you have a sweet arsenal. Thank you. In the state of Florida, you can put attachments on it. Most of the time, you have to keep your standard issue duty weapon and cannot make permanent changes to it. Well, that's most places. If it's an issued gun, most places don't allow you to do that one. How would you describe America's current state in one word? Cooked. What's the most liberal gun you can get? An AH-64 Apache. Wow, that's a take. Why the drop safety hate? Because it was specifically created because people were bitching about the gun not being drop safe and wanting to use it for law enforcement. Don't drop the fucking gun. 1911s don't have drop safeties for the majority of them. And they don't just go off. I hate the fact that everybody thinks everything has to have extra safeties in them. That's what fucking drives me nuts about that question. People ask me, what do I think about it? That's my honest opinion about it. I'm sorry if it doesn't, follow with everybody else's opinion. But I think if you fucking need a drop safety in your gun, you shouldn't own a fucking gun. It's like the people that are too afraid to carry a SIG because it doesn't have a trigger safety. Fine, carry something else. Pretty much, this is your safety. Do you have any black powder guns? No, I don't. What gun would you recommend? I don't like to make recommendations if I don't know you, sir. I can tell you what is a reliable gun. Smith & Wessons, Glocks, Canics, FNs, they're all reliable. Get an RPK. That's kind of a personalized choice if you're going to get an RPK, but if you want it, just get one, dude. Handguns are prohibited in Canada. Yep, that sucks. Favorite gun you own? Just in general, the 1911 platform is my favorite. Bro, I ask you, tell me we disagree, and long live the drop safety. I too have nerve damage, and I like safeties on all of them. So, and if that's your personal opinion, that's perfectly fine. But honestly, people ask me my honest opinion. That's my honest opinion. Now, a gun that is designed from the get-go to have a drop safety, I don't care. If it was designed from the get-go to have a drop safety, that's fine. But if the public forces a company to add a drop safety to a gun that historically has never needed one, that is where I really get pissy about it. I like my Echelon and Competition Colt. Nice. Do you know my favorite gun is the AK-47? Is it? Now I do. I have a couple of AKs, but either an RPK or a SCAR 17. I'd go with the RPK before I went with the SCAR. Thoughts on that one company making a biometric safeties and stuff? It's never going to be like a popular thing. Like a Canic has a drop safety. Yeah, but that's because it's copying a Walther P99, and the Walther P99 was designed with a drop safety. That's why I like you. We give each other real opinions. Yeah, all the money into the drop safety left you with the shitty DWX. The DWX doesn't have a drop safety. The DWX is a Series 70. Does all police forces allow you to carry a different carry gun if you fork out for it? A lot of them do. I don't know the full specifics, but guns that, unfortunately, because it's 2025, require drop fucking safeties, yeah. A lot of law enforcement allows like staccatos and stuff, so. I don't know why, but my hair hurts. Only gun I've ever dropped while carrying wasn't even mine. It felt so bad. Bent over to tie my boot. Bumped the grip and dropped it right out of my chest rig. Ouch. How do you know that the AR-15 is heavy as 10 moving boxes? Yeah, I've heard about that. That one lady. Right, I meant that. Sorry, I didn't emphasize that it was made with that. Like, does the firearms have a drop safety since they're a Walther clone too? Sarshamals is not a Walther clone. The Sarshamals, if you're talking about guns like the SAR 9, the SAR 9 is a direct Glock clone, and yes, it does have a drop safety. I've never seen anybody running the digital backplate. That would be interesting. Can you grab the camera? No. That joke meant they were putting money into drop safeties, left no money for them to do your... Oh, gotcha. Sorry, yes. No, I think they did a fast run of guns, like all the horizontal lines. I'll be doing a video for tomorrow for the short, just because I got the gun back after I'd already published 2 shorts today, showing up close the shitty machine marks, dude. All of the horizontal lines in the metal of the DWX are actually the manufacturing lines. Are babies drop safe? They can be if you drop them on the right carpet. Do you have revolvers? Yes. With biometric safety, your fingerprint scanner is going to malfunction when you need the gun to save your life. Yep. Also, with just like with smartphones and shit, what's to stop somebody from cutting off your finger? Yeah, Stone. I just read it wrong. Sorry. What should I tell my cousin who wants a what? I don't know what that is, man. I thought it was a mix of Walther and Glock gang. No, so the Sarshamal's SAR 9 is a Glock top with an HK VP9 clone lower with the removable grip panels. Still no brat. Nope. I got to reach out to them and ask them what's going on. Are you married? Nope. You know the ones that count your rounds and let you know if it's loaded? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Paul. I've seen them. I've never seen anybody. Boot your sloth. I can't boop Greg because he's got a gun-shaped object in his hands, but Milo and Shiloh get it. What do I think of the Gyrojet? Interesting gun. It's not a gun that I would ever want to own. It's very expensive. What age should a kid shoot his first gun? At an age when they understand and respect a firearm, when they can honestly be careful with it. What revolver do you have that has the most rounds through it? That would be my EAA Windicator. I'll have to put it up on the wall one of these live streams. It's got 8,000 rounds through it, and it still works. terms of your gun being misplaced and somebody else using it, if you can't hold on to it, you might not be responsible and have to have it to begin with. I agree. Canic Rival S or an Echelon Rival? That's why it is an HK VP9. I got mixed up. No problem, dude. My first gun is Glock 30. Any thoughts on it? Man, that's a weird-ass first gun, dude. A small frame fucking... That's 45 or 10. Either way, it's weird first gun, dude. I dropped my brother when he was a baby. Oops. What do I think of an FN 9mm? The old ones, yes. New ones, no. I hate when people call it a Glock clone, man. Frick is anything Palmer Striker fired a Glock clone. The problem is, then, they did copy Glock. When you take the top off of your SAR, they literally copy Glock. There are other ways to make an internal striker-fired gun, and they literally copy Glock. Fish can't swim. Thoughts on the 320 controversy? It's not a controversy. It's something that's blown out of proportion. Read the actual, not the SIG releases, but if you actually read what's going on with it, it only affects guns built before 2021, and there's lots of mitigating factors. Yes, the guns go off. Yes, there is an issue with them. Yes, SIG knows about it, and yes, SIG is willing to fix it. But I don't call it a controversy. It's just a thing. I tried everything aside from drilling. The pin just too small. I don't know what you're talking about. 50 caliber or L1A1 rifle. I would like me a Barrett 50 cal. I don't know why, but my head is fucking itchy. It must be all the lice. Well, that's what I thought, but I don't want to get rid of it. I don't believe in selling a gun when I already own it. Well, that makes sense. Don't wear jeans a lot. What belt can I use for shorts and sweats? Core. Core makes 1.5 inches and 1 2/3 inches. What should I tell somebody if they try to tell me the Second Amendment was only for muskets? Well, then tell them to give them your driver's license and the key to your house. What don't you like about the FN 509? Triggers ass, but it eats any ammo I throw on it. The polymer it's made out of is very questionable. I don't like the polymers they use, especially for the price. When will you do a giveaway to us peasants? I'm not that kind of channel. If you like the giveaways, Honest Outlaw and all them do those, but you got to spend a lot of fucking money to enter. Like buying one of his fucking hoodies for $75 fucking dollars. Fuck that. Do you even have enough hair up there for lice? Yeah, I got hair. It's time to buy a new hat. I have a new hat. I bought it specifically for the trip. Core belts, K-O-R-E. K-O-R-E, but yes, I'm wearing one right now. Is there a CZ pistol first model fake? What? Okay, thanks for the clarifications. What are your thoughts on metal injected molding? For certain parts where it's not mission critical in the gun, it's fine, but I would not trust like a firing pin that was metal injected molding. I like the live and the vibe. Glad I stopped to watch. Thanks, Hood. I know if those guys aren't funny that do giveaways. Sorry, man. You did a guitar giveaway. I did. That was a long time ago, but that was also during the shirts. You had to buy a shirt and shit, and it wasn't an expensive thing, and I wasn't trying to bribe people. I was just doing it for fun. It was something that I threw in at the end. I was just selling shirts. I'm not making you buy a shirt to get a giveaway. I'm not making you do anything anymore. Also, the people that came along from those giveaways were just people I didn't want anyways. Anything new in front of the store? Not really. Are we supposed to be getting rid of people commenting about your eyes? Nope. Honestly, I don't give a shit. If you motherfuckers want to come in and make the jokes, that's fine. If they're getting racist, or if they're attacking another person in the chat, I know I'm trying to take a little bit of your responsibility away, but just kind of sit back and relax. You did get the guitar, yes. Canic Rival or the TTI? I don't like the TTI. I don't like the fact that Terran Tactical put his name on a Canic. What do you think about the STG-44? Don't have an opinion. Never shot one. I've had my FNX-40 for 8 years. Nothing wrong with the frame so far. The FNX is great, dude. FNX is not a 5 series. I specifically said the 5 series, didn't I? Lycan, EAA revolvers are superb. Absolutely, I agree. Can we kick people who spam? No. Unless they spam like 5 times in a row, then yes. But if it's somebody that just says something every now and then, no. Making sure, because I saw one roll through and I was fixing to get rid of it, but I wanted to make sure. No problem, Cody. No, like I said, blatant racism and threats to the channel or other people, they go away. Like Menti needs to go away. You guys don't even have to ask for a fucker like that. Just get rid of that one. Lee Enfield #1. I don't know rifles, dude. What's wrong with Canik? I've never had one. Just know they're made in Turkey, but I've heard tons of good stuff. No, what I said was the Terran Tactical Canik. Terran Tactical did none of the full development work on the TTI. It's a $1,000 gun that should be $500. I just don't like Terran Tactical. And I know I'll never get to meet him because I've been very rude about it, but I don't get a good vibe from the man. He's not the kind of person I want to know. Do you own a guard dog? Nobody owns a guard dog. You just respectfully feed one, but not right now. I'm getting one when I come back from Ohio, though. The safes you gave away were nice. They were all right, but those were giveaways given to me by the company. I wasn't making you buy anything for those. I didn't ask for anything other than a like and a subscription. M16 always better than AK unless you're in the Tundra. Toyota Tundra? Evening, brother. What's up, bearded air gunner? Can someone let me in on the joke about his eyes? My eyes are wide apart, and I have a lazy eye. That's all there is to it. Thoughts on FNX 45 Tactical, a Surefire X300, and a Holosun? You are set and ready to go, Brandon. People do own guard dogs. It was a joke, Joshua. You're in for a rough time if you didn't catch that. Am I into Springfield, Missouri, or Springfield, the television show town? You don't see a 1911. You need to get your eyes checked, son. There's 5 of them up there. The thumb reader doesn't work well on the safe. Maybe you have diabetes. Best 9mm or 40 cal on an eco budget. Buy something used. I don't like that. I don't like eco budget. I don't like budget choices. If you don't have a lot of money to buy a gun, buy a used one. You'll get much more gun for a used price. Noah's about to get Joe on a rant. Why would he get me on a rant? You prefer safe or gun wall? I have a room that's reinforced and secured, and safes. Everybody got what? Everybody got a gun. What? Everybody got a what? Got a ready. Dude, you got some Tourette's going on. Rock Island 1911 midsize with the Wilson mag. Absolutely. Have I shot the FK Burn-On? No, I have not. That is my buddy's FK up there. I'm gonna look into that. Eric, have you heard the song "Look Into My Eyes"? Nope. Best safety is the one between your ears. I don't even trust my brain. I trust my finger. Are 31 rounds mags reliable? They can be. That's a very open-ended question. You talking about manufacturer specific, aftermarket? What are we talking here? Noah said Terran was creepy and his first videos were just him worshiping women who shoot. That usually gets you going. Oh, like you said, it's not really going to get me going because I agree with him. He just gives me the wrong vibes, dude. I would not let my niece hang out with him. Let me just put it that way. Glock Factory? Yeah, they're fine. Kind of want to save, but then I use the money to buy more guns. Yeah. Is Canik a good brand? Yes. Under $1,000, that's honestly the vast majority of purchasable normal mainstream market guns are under $1,000, dude. Jenks, you're about to get deleted, bro. I know what you're typing, but we're not dealing with spamming tonight, and you're coming across as spamming. Canik is a little gritty on the slide rack. Polish it out. That's an easy fix. Finally picked up a Rock Island GI and a Taurus TX2. Don, what is up, dude? Canik is an amazing brand. I've had my Canik TP9 for 4.5, 5 years. Only malfunctioned twice. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. I put my fingers in some very questionable places. Hell yeah, I have. What's my favorite CCW? My 1911s. Do I like Nirvana? No. What do you think of OLED monitors? They're very expensive, and YouTube shorts have been very popular to people. Dude, you rock. Thank you. Would a PSA Dagger Compact be good as an everyday carrier, or should I carry the CZ75B? You carry what you're comfortable with and what you practice with. I carry a full-size 1911. You carry what you're comfortable with, dude. They're all useful. I don't suggest Glocks. Unless it's the only gun you're going to own, and then get one that you're comfortable with. I'm not you, so... What's your favorite on the wall? Probably my Gerson Match X. Your opinion on high points? I prefer low points. Going to bed. I'll be back on Friday. I love the streams. All right, Luke. Like I said, I'll go in and remove your ban from your previous one, but when you come back, just watch what you're typing. Do I have a preferred distance you like at the range? Usually for just like plinking around 15 to 20 yards. When I'm practicing, I start at 3 and work my way back. Am I getting ready for the zombie apocalypse? Nope, I'm already ready, dude. Yes, if lotion, yeah. Canic Meta SFX for Canic Rival. It doesn't really matter. Either one will do the job. Do I have a 308? Yes. No problem, Jenks. I like that futuristic gun you have. It's funny because it's based on a gun from a movie that starts with a galaxy far away a long, long time ago. Put your hand... Is lotion viable? No. If it doesn't keep your pee-pee moisturized, then it's not going to work for your gun. Is it better to use iron sights or an attachment? You should learn to shoot with iron sights before you move on to a red dot, but honestly, red dot's easier to shoot with. Text me how much he wants for the Star Wars gun. Alright. They have the same Han Solo gun at the gun shop near me for $1,800. They don't have that gun because that gun is a custom build. Thoughts on CMP producing new M1s? They've been doing that for years, man. They're just rebarreling them. They're just using the original receivers and rebarreling them. I actually don't like them. So if you get a 00, that means that they are new barrels, new stock. So all you have is the bolt and the receiver. So it's not even really an M1. It's a great 2011. That is the T-Sauce Night Stalker. Thinking about an M1, got any tips? Not really, just buy one. Get one now before they go up. Dude wipes or regular toilet paper? Oh, I don't do anything, dude. I let nature take care of it. My butt cheeks rub together and clean me up. What would happen if you got eaten before you got to use those guns on a zombie? If I become a zombie, I don't care. Am I a grandmaster? No. Home defense, should your firearms be fully extended or closely carried, and why? Situational determination, Del. If you're shooting down a hallway and you need to steady your aim, fucking extend it. But if you're walking around a corner, you don't want to be walking around your corner with your arms fully locked. Boom, boom, boom. Are there more guns on the wall? Been a minute since I've been on your stream. Different guns, dude. And yes, they are organized so that there's more guns. I just kept a couple of the rifles down. Do not know Marcus Luttrell. What are your opinions on the Springfield Echelon? It's good. I like mine with the metal chassis on it. Where's the Shadow Systems? Probably at the manufacturing warehouse, because fuck Shadow Systems. Why would you spend $1,000 on a $400 gun? Which gun could you conceal carry in your prison wall and easiest? Well, as long as you practice, you can put anything you want up there. You still own it? Yeah, it's up there. If you ever got bitten and became a zombie, I'll build a pen and keep you in it in the backyard and keep you fed. I don't care. It's the same thing I tell people. Christopher Titus told this joke, and I firmly believe it. If I ever go into a vegetative state, but I still make noises and shit, and you think it's funny, good. I don't answer if you can only have questions. Is the Paul Fly from the rifle real? Would you own it? No, I don't like rifles. Did you ask Sig if you can buy their gun? No, because I don't feel like owning. I'm not going to pay them what they want for it. They said I could, but I'd have to pay them what my invoice says, and I'm not paying them that much for it. Very nice. 275 likes. I can't do Borat. I'd have to practice. Wall's looking nice. Thank you, Not. What's your favorite gun? Mine is a 22 long rifle. 1911s are my favorite. Legends. How old are you, dude? Because you keep spamming the same shit over and over. I've already answered. I don't know Luttrell. I know who he is. Obviously, I know who Marcus Luttrell is. You need to just kind of bring it down to like a half a notch, okay, bud? Just half a notch. If I answer your question, don't keep on going on it. Conversations aren't competitions, but if they were, I'm winning. The Han Solo blaster is the M1 is a friend's. I had the scope and everything bore sighted, and then we put a muzzle attachment so he can run a I can't remember the name of the company now. Something Industries can on it. Thoughts on the Walther PDP platform? It's too tall. I'm thinking about trading my M1 Garand for an AR. Talk me out of it. You're stupid if you trade your M1 for an AR unless you're getting something really high-end, dude. I already read it, Legend. Oh, my God. Nope. Is having a revolver more secure like a Magnum better than a pistol? Get junk? What do you recommend for beginners? Second Amendment. You're not from here, are you, brother? Damn, another one. Are you getting ready for World War III too? No, because, again, this is just like people that say that John Wick press check is for jammed timbers. World War III. If I was in World War III, I would be getting drafted. If I was getting drafted, I would be using arms provided to me by the U.S. military. Thoughts on the VP9 match? I have not spent any time with the VP9 match myself. Dumb motherfuckers coming in here and trying to order me to answer a question without donating. Suck my nuts. Bro's got a Star Wars pistol. Yep. Do you have a video of your range day? Yes, I filmed all day yesterday, and I will be editing those, including the T-Sauce video. Since I did the T-Sauce tabletop on Tuesday, I have to do the T-Sauce on Friday. If you're going live, I will be 40% into a bottle on Friday. Nice. Cool. Thanks. Just picked up a CZP-09C. Nice. Seems like trolls are out tonight. They are also because I am monetized, so YouTube is making money off of suggesting people come here. You'll watch Awesome Dell. Is that a Mark IV with the scope? Yeah, it's got a Mandalorian blaster kit on it. Joe would be tight when he's assigned to the SEALs and he's given a Glock. Tough day to be rafted, buddy. Dude, if I would ring that fucking bell the second they told me I'd have to carry a Glock. What do you reckon is the best gun for a zombie apocalypse? Barrett, M82. Hello, Joel. Nice guns. Guns won't make you tough. No. They won't, but they sure as shit will make you dead. Is that an Agat? Why are they chambered in again? That one is chambered in 7.62 by 54R. Have you messed with the HKP-30? Yes. Have you yet to go to the range with the M&P 2.0? Well, fucking go. Joe with the Glock. That's a good joke. Pretty much. I'm ringing that bell before I even walk in. Oh, shit. I signed up for this, and they're telling me now they're going to use Glocks. Ding, 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 ding. We haven't even started, soldier. I don't care. They're Glocks. Ding, 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 ding. Do they make pink handguns that are 9mm? Absolutely. What does that sound? Joe ringing the bell. No, it sounds different. Joe's throwing the Glocks at the bell. Dude, I would definitely. I'd be breaking the bell with the Glocks. Fan of SIG 1911s. They shoot well. I don't like the finish on the stainless one I got. You need a 50. Sold my 50. All the guys said one guns won't make you tough. He's got stuffies in the frame too. Oh yeah. Oh dude, I've also cross-dressed and worn fake titties and a bikini on this live stream. Me being tough has nothing to do with what's around me. I notice you have no profile pic. I'm sure if I click on your channel, it's blank. So, yeah, I am tougher than you. Everyone loves revolvers. Yeah, I needed that laugh. Thank you, seriously. You're welcome, dude. What's a sniper scope? Yeah, exactly, right? Inherited a Glock from my grandfather. Don't have the heart to sell it, so I bought a PCC chassis for it instead. Holy shit. Think about that, kids. In 2025, kids are young enough to be inheriting Glocks from their grandfather. Holy shit. Ruger SR 1911 Commander. Any thoughts? I had one in 9mm. I really liked it, although somebody had put their own safeties on it, and the safeties didn't click, so I sold it. But I like them. Rugers are easy to shoot. I don't know what it is about it. What does a profile pic have to do with anything? It's an extension on a joke because somebody's trying to troll and I'm trolling them back. Sorry that you didn't get that. You're not my target audience. It's fine. What's your favorite pistol? All of them. If you can only have 3 pistols, I don't answer that question. Mac 9, what about it? I'm waiting to get one. Do you have a job? Yeah, I own my own gun store. Grandpa's Glock, that sounds weird. Doesn't it, though? Affordable RMSE red dot suggestions. Siley red dots. You can usually find like a Holosun 407 on sale. Usually under $200. I wouldn't go under $150, to be honest. Good evening. How are you doing? First time watching. Have a good night. Blessings. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. What's your favorite gun? 1911. Suggestions on budget, friendly, and effective 12 gauge. Yeah, Maverick 88 or Mossberg 500. I love Rugers. Do you shoot shotguns? Not much. Do you sell nuclear weapons? Unfortunately, I cannot. My grandma offered me my grandpa's Walter. Can you put an H in there? Otherwise, it sounds like your grandma offered you your grandpa's. What do you think about the M&P Shield EZ? It's an interesting gun. It's internally hammer-fired, which makes it very easy to rack, but it's fine. Are you a Walking Dead fan? Not since they killed Glenn. By the way, spoiler alert. It's my first time watching. Hey, Ashton, what's up? M1919 or an M2 Browning? Neither one. I don't really care. Forza 3.1. What? $1,500 budget. Any suggestions, please? Thanks from Vegas. Stag Arms, FN 15, a lot of stuff. 115 or 124. It depends on what I'm doing with it. Standard training, 115, because I carry Hornady Critical Defense in 115. Grandpa was buying guns up till his last couple of years. He never got to shoot the Glock. Nice. CCW favorite, 1911, 5-inch. The owner 22. Yes, plenty of them. Glenn died a long time ago. Yep, and that's when the show stopped being good. By any chance, do you know what Glock did Shane use in that show? No. You don't like the Forza? Like the Forza what? Someone dies and doesn't leave the guns to anyone, who do they go to? Typically, if they're in a property and there's no next of kin, they can go into receivership. They're probably taken by like the local police force or some shit like that. But usually there's somebody out there. Glenn was the best ripping it in that 5.0 Mustang. He wasn't in a 5.0 Mustang. He was in an SRT Challenger, which was actually a 6-cylinder Challenger that they put an SRT sound onto. Damn you, Joe. Now I'm thinking about that. Haha, now you're screwed. You can keep typing 3.1 Forza, but I don't know what you're referring to. You carry 115 and 9mm? We had the conversation, but I forget. Yes. I carry whatever hollow points I feel like, and at the time right now I'm carrying Critical Duty in 115. I don't answer that question, Nick. Gran Turismo over Forza any day. No. Forza Horizon over either Forza or Gran Turismo. Thank you. Negan did take out Glenn. I'm going to rein in homelessness. Nice. Forza Horizon 5. What do you think about the Glock 20? I don't. It's been so long that your eyes got closer. Oh, ha, ha, ha. You have a Glock Gen 1 Glock 19. Nice. Thought they had a red Mustang with the white stripe, but I didn't watch it that much. That was a Dodge Challenger. As long as the transaction is handled by an FFL, can I sell a gun to my brother? It all depends on the state you live in, Paul. In many states, you can gift a firearm to somebody, but if you're talking about selling, yeah, any FFL should be able to handle that for you. But you might live in a state that allows private sales. Just check. Mittens. Yep, good luck with the trolls. Yeah, I'm leaving at 11:30, so Dagger full size, are they good? Yes. Do you own a Glock 17? Our PS. All right, Chris, you're about to get banned. Ask one more time. Rifle round caliber. Don't really care either way. Call HR. Glenn was hard to deal with. I was binging and took a day off from that. Yeah, they could have done without killing him. I mean, they killed off what's his name, Carl, because the actor was a dick. It's not really a lot of firearms. What's the legality of 3D printed pistol lowers? In the United States of America, you can create any firearm you want as long as it's not for resale. Which rifle? Did you attend SHOT Show? No, I did not. No more spoilers, please. Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. So you're sitting in oven compensated station tonight, boy, or scoot over and let me join the circle too. What? Shop or collecting? Both. What do I know about the Anderson? What do I know about the Anderson AR-15? It's a budget level AR-15. They're fine. Hey, it's Luke here again, and I hope you have a great night when I'm on shift for the fire department. Hope you have a good one. All right, dude. God. I never watched Star Wars. You'll be fine. There's no reason to. It's an entire series of movies about how one family fucks up the universe. And as true as it is, it's not worth watching. Let's go ahead and do this because this motherfucker is a fucking idiot. Is a CGP-10C a good handgun for left-handed shooters? Yes. The thing you have to realize with most pistols is that as long as they have a decent ejection pattern, they're going wherever, dude. They don't just sit in one spot. You know, it doesn't just plink onto your arm. In fact, like my 2011s are having that problem recently. How many guns do you have? I have no idea. Are PSA rifles worth buying? PSA still needs to work on their quality control, but their guns have promise. So as long as you work on the guns, just check them out. Make sure you go through them and fire them a lot. Never mind, there's too much media for me to catch up on The Walking Dead. It's not worth it, Contagion. What you concealed carry, 1911. Star Wars is about Democrats. It might be. Never played Warhammer. Would you recommend Colt? Don't know, don't care. Won't answer questions that are all typed in caps. I can't conceal gun, Second Amendment, which is about my Christian conviction. Jesus said about it by the sword. What the fuck? Don't do top 3 lists. Have you tried to fire a gun with your non-dominant hand? Yes, I practice every time I go to the range with my non-dominant hand. On your 1911, which spring do you have? Depends. Which one are we talking about, my guy? Do you have a staccato? Nope. What do I think of the Taurus GX2? Never put my hands on one. Can you talk about that Rock Island 5.0? Yeah, what do you want to know about it? It's a, pardon me, it's a super interesting locking up system on it, the way it locks up under the front of the barrel. It's a little overcomplicated in my opinion, but it ran pretty good. I had one failure to eject at the range in like 100 and something rounds, but it actually runs pretty good. Shoots super flat too. Radian comp. I don't think much about Radians, man. Don't have a Mecha Lemon. I wish I had mod capabilities. Don't worry. No, the problem is that I don't want people eliminating people for spamming. So 90% of what's being put in, I don't want eliminated anyways, which is why I've removed a lot of my mods. Since you love 1911, how do you feel about 1911s? Obviously, I like them, Abe. Why do you have all of these? No offense. Because they are interesting mechanically, aesthetically, functionality, value-wise. I like them in general. Yeah, that's the problem. Drop them. I don't want just stupid comments removed. Right now, the YouTube algorithm is so fucky right now that removing stupid comments is hurting the algorithm. So, you've seen me in 3 different lives. Oh, seen them. Gotcha. Isn't someone being concerned about how many guns you own kind of weird? You only have 2 hands. No, people ask questions all the time. People insinuate things all the time. The problem right now is I'm trying to be the other side of the conversation that everybody gets to see. Everybody only gets to see the bad side of gun ownership, or they see the stupid side of gun ownership. I try to be, I wouldn't call myself a moderate side of gun ownership, but I try to be a semi-humor and reasonable person when it comes to gun ownership and being a gun person, because stupid people are always going to ask stupid questions, but uninformed people can also ask stupid questions, and I want to educate some of those people. What's a good spring for a 1911? Like a 12-pounder, usually. Sorry, I had to be sarcastic because it's a very common question for you. It's fine, Abe. Would you rather... I liked Mad About You. What's the best bang for your buck hunting rifle? No idea. Where'd you get the stuffed animals from? They were gifts. Is the Glock 19 good? Yes. I love the collection. This is a man who just loves his guns. No problem with this. Thank you. When's would you use a flamethrower as a home defense? No. Why would you use a flamethrower in your house, dude? You're going to set your house on fire. What's your favorite rifle? Don't really have one. Where'd you get your PC? Looking to get one. I built it. It's a custom build. Chicken ranch, hot sauce, and mac and cheese mixed together is good. But you also need to use barbecue sauce, ranch, and mustard together. It's Ran Barbitard. It's really good. What does the 1911 look like? I don't know. Google it. You're on the wrong page. Do you have a web page for your business? Yes, it's WinCityArmory.com. Should I port my Staccato P? You should sell your Staccato P. What would you consider more street legal? I wouldn't. Hey! 1911s are dope. Yep. Do you eat fried chicken? No. Good night, everyone. Safe travels. Yep, dudes. I started early, so I'm going to probably ending here in the next 5 minutes. So, ARs are just ARs, pretty much. Buy my Staccato P. No thanks. Why would you sell your Staccato P? Because it's an overhyped piece of junk. Win City Armory, WINCITY. Bro, why even stream if you're this upset at questions? Who says I'm upset at questions? I'm upset at stupid people. Why are you a stupid person? How much did I spend on a red dot? It was said best by the owner of Gideon Optics. Try not to go much under $100, because if you can buy a red dot that's built, shipped, manufactured, and marketed for $100, it's probably not going to be very good. He says like 150-ish, so you want to be somewhere in there. Do you like 2011s? Yeah. I just look like I'm upset. Yeah, pretty much. Just want to say good night to your guns, and thanks for hanging in there. Absolutely. Would I enjoy shooting a 500 Smith & Wesson? No. I'm smarter than you, unfortunately, but you got the guns, so I'm going to be quiet. You're not smarter than me because you just went onto a live stream and told the entire world that you think you're smarter than me. When somebody says they would try, when you would have to tell people that you're smarter than them, you're not smarter than them because you came into a live stream and opened your fucking mouth in my live stream after knowing that I'm going to rip into you. Yet you did it anyways, which proves you're not smart, you're dumb. So... And trust me, I don't need a fucking gun. Jean-Phil asks, why are your eyes that far apart? Because I saw your mama naked. Yep, mama jokes. Is there a gun you thought you would hate but wound up loving? Not really. If there's a gun that I think I'm going to hate, I just don't buy them. What's your favorite gun? 1911s. What is your EDC? You're in college law. You've never stepped foot in one. Okay. Dude, you think just because you got into college, you know they have to let stupid people in too. It's called a quota. You know how there's a bell curve? You're at the wrong end of the bell curve. You're the one that gets a C because you're an affirmative entry. They let stupid people in to bring up their funding. So just because you're in college doesn't mean shit, dude. Community college isn't a college anyways, because you got to go to that for 2 years before you can actually go to a university. You know, because you want to go to a university. Harvard is a university. Columbia is a university. You know, Ivy League schools are universities. Your San Diego, Bernardino, whatever the fuck, community college, that doesn't make you smart, kid. That just means you took out loans because you're stupid. I was making more at 19 than you ever will in your entire fucking life, kid. So if you want to continue to try to act like you're a big shot, you're not. Have a good night. Any machine guns? Nope, I don't have the licenses for them yet. Nice rifle. Thank you. Big shots don't need to say anything. Pretty much. Have you ever shot a ray gun? No. That would be cool, though. 12 minutes. Oh, no. I'm ending in 2 minutes. Is that a Ruger with the scope on it, the big one? Yes. That is a Ruger Mark IV target with a Mandalorian blaster kit on it. You want to borrow my Class 3? No, I'm working on getting my own. The one just to the right of the placard is the T-Sauce double stack. Show the wall before you go? Yeah, I'll do that. What kind of rifle up there? There's two of them. So that one is a Mosin Nagant. And I will show them before we end. All right, so one more wall walkthrough. So you got a 1942 Russian Mosin Nagant. Got a M1, very nice, 37 millimeter grenade launcher. Canik Meta SFT, yeah, or SF. I don't remember which one that is. Taurus, Ruger, Canik, Taurus. Yeah, there's two Tauruses up there. People just can't identify guns. Yeah, but they come into a live stream. Hey, bro, you got this? You got that? Rex Alpha, Rex, Arex Rex 01 Tactical. Silly name. Daria Arms DY9. Rock Island 1911 Double Stack. Fusion Firearms XF Pro. Tanfolio Witness. Springfield Echelon with the Sharps Brother kit. The Rock Island 5.0, the Mando Blaster, T-Sauce Night Stalker, Gerson Match X, Fusion XP Pro. Look, Glocks, 19, 17, 22, who cares? Para Ordnance 1345, a lightsaber, Springfield Operator in 45, T-Sauce Double Stack, the 7.5 FK Burno, and my now distressed and rusty looking DWX, because screw them. That's what I have to say to all that. So, and all you people still typing like I'm reading this shit, I'm not. So here, look at your own shit. Here, look, it's you. We're doing things here. So yeah. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out as much as you did. Those of you that weren't dipshits, I love you. Those of you that were dipshits, go bug somebody else. I love you all. See ya. Bye. Fuckers. Bye. Peace. Whoop.